And we're back. I got to cover my bottom. Welcome to another great episode of the Matrix Network Live, sponsored by Toilet Time Television. We're here to talk to you
about Hegel.
About the Matrix. Well, yeah, I guess you could say that's Hegelian in some sense, but let me go ahead and cover this so you guys don't see my exposure too strong, because if you do see it all, you may be revealed too much truth. And who can handle that much truth? You can?
Yeah. I really can. I've been known to absorb copious amounts of truth.
Well, what do you do when two truths collide?
You just have to swallow both of them.
Well, you swallow both the red and the pink pill.
Yeah, all of the truth. You just gotta take one swift gulp, keep it down.
And what happens when that happens?
You follow up with a chaser.
So you just take more. Wow.
Sometimes a little bit of lie is good to swallow with some truth. It makes it easier to digest.
What does it feel like to have a truth hangover? Like when you wake up in the morning and you realize you swallowed too much truth, and now you're waking up with like remnants of truth and it's still lingering, and you don't really know what to do anymore. How do you deal with that? I mean, some people just take more truth so they can get back into the truth zone.
Yeah, that's one way to do it. Depends on yeah, really that's all you can do, honestly. You just have to face it. Not going anywhere. The truth is going to be with you for the next 18 years.
Well, sometimes it's pretty expensive. And, you know, some people just try to get rid of the truth because they don't want to do it for the next 18 years. Are you one of those people?
No. I know two truths in my life.
What's that?
Well, they have names too.
What? Wait, hold on. Are they forbidden truths?
All right. The name of one truth is Sarah. The name of the other truth is Mikey.
All right. Well, appreciate that, colleague. Elder's not here right now. He went to go participate in participation. He may be joining us in a little bit. But until then, we have a lot of chats if you'd like to read them off before we get started into some wonderful dialogue.
Oh, looks like Elder's here. Well, not here, but in spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Iron Man said, yo, yo, yo. Top of the toilet tank. Right back at you, Iron Man. The Elder, 42, says, flush it good.
Well, just for him. We'll do that. This is for you.
We also want to pour one out for Hegel, too. Nacho Buddy says, 10-minute countdown, no thanks. Well, I guess there's no welcomes either then. Oscar Wierzeski says, Sezesk. It's almost 22:22. Hi, all.
Oh, he's still.
Hello.
Is he still living in the Ethiopian calendar?
Excuse me. I think so.
Where he lost like. You know, we can.
Whoa.
We can only handle so many gifts.
That hurt my nose.
I say that's what happens when you have too much truth and you try to suppress it.
Okay. So what I was saying was blank. Wow, I almost threw up there. Don't throw up just yet.
We have too much truth over here. It's just like coming out of us.
Wow. Blank 181 says, why was your bottom uncovered?
Because we're here to expose the truth.
Speak on that at all?
Do I want to spank? Man, I gotta put up the flaps. Wow, I can hear better.
Iron Man says, don't expose yourself.
You gotta remember, I'm just an analogy of your reality. When I'm exposed, you're exposed.
Well, Chelsea Coffee Co. says, made it to the live for the first time.
Hopefully it's a good experience. I can't promise you what it's going to be like. Every live is a little unique, so hopefully you enjoy this one.
I remember my first time.
Well, it is a, I don't know.
Alien.
It can be a virgin experience.
At first you're scared.
But everybody asks, please be gentle.
Right. But then you start warming up to the idea, and then before you know it, you find your barriers just slipping off, and you actually slip out of your barriers. Then something magical happens.
You realize that the expansion of the universe isn't what it was, and we've been lied.
Right. It's not as big as you thought. The expansion.
Well, it wasn't fast as you thought. It's actually a little slower.
Yep. It takes time.
The guy who came up with that won the Nobel Prize. The Lambda and the expansion of the universe just came out with a new paper who is now saying he was wrong.
Well,
because he's realizing it's not as fast as he thought. And that's kind of like our show.
Yeah, I mean, that's why you got to take it slow. You move too fast and find out real quick that you were wrong too.
Well, it is interesting because, people have a hard time with change.
Mm-hmm.
And people have to remember everything's subject to change.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only when you think you're done learning that you think you're at the top of the pyramid.
Yeah, when you let it all hang out.
You know, a wise sage once said, there's always someone bigger.
He's not wrong.
No, he's not. That's why he's wise. Shout out to
Wisdom.
Gandalf.
Gandalf the Great.
I like that. Give him 7 sages.
Well, Chelsea. Oh no, I already read that. Oscar Wierzejewski says it's gonna fly, and then he said, "Oh, Iron Man says, sent treat, sent hiding." I don't know what that means, but he's sending us stuff.
Sending us treats.
Yeah, and hiding.
Yeah, they're treats. If we take that metaphorically, they're treats in the secret place.
Right.
Who doesn't like a good treat in the secret place?
I like it in the quiet place.
I like the guy in the corner.
That guy died.
Yeah, but
I'm his improvement.
you
Which I don't think that's even debatable. Some people think so.
Truths are transcendent.
That's true. That's why it's transcendent.
Right.
Well, Oscar Weirzer says, legit sound, just wasp. I don't know what that means.
These guys are really deep.
Yeah, they're wasping.
Got to push your inner power down.
Yeah. I had to swallow my pride. Whoa, hey.
Hey, it's Masquerader.
Did you get your car?
Wow. Yeah, suppressed. Yeah. Are you a cultivator?
Man, I hurt my throat.
That's what you get. You're using too much of your inner energy.
Well, I've been practicing opening my throat wider, but it's...
Your throat singer?
I can't really sing that well, actually.
Sing with your tonsils.
I
You
sing
could
with
be
my
a
heart.
Tibetan throat singer.
You you practice the arts?
You know, they can go deep.
Yeah, I heard. Are you
Should fly-
familiar
should
with
find one of those, like the-
Are you familiar with the Tibetan throat art?
Of course he is.
Tibetan throat singers? Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
I've heard Elder has some pipes on him. That's true, isn't
No,
it?
I don't do that stuff, man. I don't do any of that stuff.
You don't sing anymore?
I don't have any pipes.
When did you
I'm
quit
not into
singing?
that. Oh, singing. No, I only sing in the shower.
Yeah, so you got some pipes on you.
Yeah, the pipes that lead into the shower.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're laying the pipe in the shower.
No, he's singing.
Well, you got to blow those pipes. I don't know, but back to the chats.
Yeah.
Well-
how are we doing with the chats?
See, this is what happens when I take my flap off. Oh, look at this.
Whoa.
Oh, you got a chin strap. Oh, you're
Whoa.
really in it now, man.
That's surreal.
I got suppressed again. You know, these might be filters.
It looks like AI now.
Welcome back. This is like reminds me when I was in high school.
Well, Iron Man says
yeah,
222 is 111.
God bless you. What's up with Nacho Buddy? 10-minute countdown.
He's
no
been
thanks.
practicing his cultivation skills too much.
And
Well, then Iron Man says white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. Whoa.
What it is, just like random statements.
I
wasp.
don't know. I guess so. Maybe he's just throwing out stuff out there and seeing what feeds.
Well, I'm more interested. What is this? 2222 is 1111.
That's secret code.
Could be. Let whom has wisdom calculate the number.
Pluricity is actually a singularity.
Is that what he said?
I'm just trying to figure that out. A universal consciousness, maybe. All the plurals become one.
Probably.
Mm.
Singularity plus singularity plus singularity plus singularity doesn't equal quadralarity. It actually equals...
Infinity.
Oh, no, maybe it does. I can't remember. I have to go back to grad school.
Mm.
Can you feel me? Well, blank 181 says, I think that was the quietest almost throw up that colleagues ever done.
Well,
Huh.
he satisfied all the quiet
Did I
ones.
miss that? Oh, I'll have to watch the recorded later.
Whoa. That was actually the loudest one.
That was a little real. Well, anyways,
Well, you say something, Elder?
I'll read out Iron Man since he gave us a super chat. Thank you for that super chat, Iron Man. Colleague is a throat goat.
Oh, check that out.
Thank you. I don't think... Wow.
You know, throats. I was gonna say throats are cool. Goats are cool. Like,
Throats are cool too, because we wouldn't be able to eat or breathe without them.
I don't really think about that too much. But goats, just watching them talk, like, blah, 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 blah. And they are an interesting creature. Anyways,
They say that humans that can do that same noise,
top tier.
yeah,
They've reached the
75 IQ.
actually, they're much higher. Like, scholars actually think they're like in the 78, 79 range. And that, it's hard to believe, actually.
That's about right.
Oh, look at that gobbler.
Well, you know what else is interesting that's came on the scene this week? They found ancient shark graveyards discovered in Egypt, revealing 5 extinct species from the dinosaur era, which I've never heard that phrase. But ancient shark graveyards in Egypt.
Whoa. That explains a lot.
Well, I
Yeah.
guess it, definitely who created the pyramids might have been these ancient sharks.
Well,
Yeah,
what if
but
the pyramids
Wait a
Go ahead.
second. None of their, I mean, all of the Egyptian gods have animal heads, but I've never seen any of them with a shark head.
Yeah, me neither. Hippopotamuses, yeah.
But maybe they were like the Akanukus. I mean, the
Ashkawandas.
the
Hakawachis?
Anunnakis.
Could be.
I mean, what is more scary than looking at the great white with those black eyes looking straight at you? It's almost like they don't have a soul.
Maybe they don't.
Well, I mean, maybe they're just the deity. They're the ones who created the pyramids.
The sharks.
Well, regardless, this is a real archaeological discovery. Ancient shark graveyards discovered in Egypt.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Well, I will say, yeah, it is kind of. I've only seen it on movies. The black eyes looking at me on the shark through the shark's eyes.
Was it a great white?
Yeah, some of
Great
them not
white,
so
yeah.
great. Some of them are small whites, but doesn't matter.
Hmm.
I mean, never does, of course. Ask anybody. Excuse you.
Thank you.
It is scary though. I concur with what host is saying. Anytime there's black eyes looking at you, doesn't matter if it's a wolf, doesn't matter if it's a shark, doesn't matter if it's a possum.
Another thing that's happened this week, they discovered that lymph nodes in your neck could influence how your brain ages. So clear those lymph nodes.
Done. I got mine wiped yesterday.
I
Clear my
hate
lymph nodes.
this dry air. But this study is actually pretty prevalent. It has 96 peer-reviewed studies correlated combined. So the correlation is pretty high that there is a big function between lymph nodes in your neck and your brain ages.
I was thinking it'd be like more like 78% or something, like 79% maybe.
Or
You're
75.
stuck.
75 seems to be the number for today.
That seems pretty high still, but
Hey, did you guys hear that they came up with a vaccine for
stupidity.
melanoma, cancer, skin cancer?
Oh.
Let me
Wow.
guess, it's an mRNA.
Yep.
Hmm.
And it costs only $447,000 a year.
Oh,
So
that's not bad.
I'm sure a lot of folks will be, jumping on that bandwagon.
It's a cheap price for lipid nanoparticles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
400,000.
Well, it's a small price for life.
And it's a great price for Pfizer.
Mm-hmm. Those guys are going to make a lot of money.
Small.
Well, that's what you'd expect. If anybody ever came out with the cure for cancer and they got to live to tell about it, they would probably be charging a handsome penny. Because,
Well, it definitely wouldn't be an ugly penny.
no, a shiny one.
Right.
But it's not like they're just going to give that away. Because nobody would trust it anyway. Like, if you only sold it for, like, $200,000, nobody would trust that. It's like, I mean, the cure for cancer really does go for more than that.
Heaven knows, give it away. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy talk.
Yeah. Nobody would do it. Like, I wouldn't, if I had cancer and somebody gave me a free gift of life, I'm not going to take it. Because I don't trust that person. I don't know who that is.
What if it's authorized?
By whom?
Yeah, what if Fauci came to your house and said, here's a vaccine for cancer?
What if it's authorized by the Anunnakis?
Even if they came to my door, knocked my door, and I answered it, and they offered me this free gift of life, I don't know if I would take it. Even if they tell me that they came in the name of Fauci.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Would you guys take a free gift of life?
Yeah.
Well, if I was dying, sure.
Wow.
What do you got to lose? You're dying. So what the heck?
Well, what if that gift cost you your children's lives, your wife's life, or something? Like you didn't know it, but Fauci was actually gonna take your family from you, but you get to live. Kind of sounds like a Black Mirror episode, but
Yeah,
because there's
but
no
then I
such
get
thing
to
as a
hunt
free
down-
dinner.
Then I get to hunt down Fauci, so that would be rewarding, I guess, is my last action.
Yeah, I guess you could be a John Wick.
Yeah, be more like a elder stick, but
I just have this feeling that most people, yeah, I guess it is the quandary of self-preservation versus value. But maybe that's the reason why people love their children so much, because they believe it's an extension of their own progenitation. And so it's like, oh, I'll give up my life so I can continue living through my children. But if you didn't have a child or a family, then all you have is self-preservation at that point. Then it just becomes the value of existence. And of course, those who can live in pleasantries in this existence, they're going to continue wanting to live. And those who don't, they're going to see every second as just more existential dystopia. So why would they even do such? Well, I mean, I guess one reason could be revenge. That'd be another reason for distraught people to continue living, to cause revenge.
Yeah, like this John Wick story. They beat his dog. And that's what happened. So he went and beat
but they
them.
shot his dog.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Now you said they beat him. There's a difference between beating someone and shooting them.
Well, I guess.
That's
Semantics.
somebody who's been beaten or has been shot.
Like I think we're getting into the semantics here in the weeds. The point of the matter is,
No, I don't know. I take that seriously. If somebody beat somebody I cared about to death, I'd be more revengeful than if they shot them to death. Because at least I know if they got shot, it was fast and quick. I still want revenge,
probably
but it
fast
probably
and
wouldn't
quick,
feel
yeah.
as bad.
The
But if I
beating
knew
would
you
take a while.
beat them and they were in torture and you made them suffer, I would be a lot more revengeful.
well, John Wick, because one guy beat/shot, the debate is out, but that one guy did away with John Wick's dog. And John Wick decided to kill everybody on the planet.
Well, that might have been the one thing that he felt
It triggered him, man.
a connection to this world with. The only thing to express some kind of companionship.
It was.
Well,
You can't replace the love of a dog.
Well, I think the dog is just an archetype of trying to have something that shows compassion to your existence. Some people have
Baba
fish.
Yaga.
Some people have parrots, ferrets,
Some people have women,
carrots.
but not everybody has a dog. And a dog is something that if it gets beaten, then you're going to do some damage.
I think
And that's what John Wick went around beating all these men off.
I think there's something that's archetypal about dogs and children. I think it's because people see their pets like children because the innocent factor. It's like
Because they're dumb.
they don't know, and so it's almost like picking on a child. Like they just don't have the ability to do or know much. So you are almost like a child. You're taking advantage or beating up an innocent because that pet don't know. So of course it's probably going to incite more rage, comparative to an adult who does know, and then there's retribution based upon their knowledge of what they know and what they did.
See, my 15-year-old was telling me that he was trying to be smart. And, of course, I saw right through it. I saw right through it.
10th eye.
But I knew, he's smarter than my dog.
You're sure he's 15?
But he's only a little bit smarter than my dog.
Well, I was going to say that be contested.
Yeah, my dog doesn't know how to tie his shoes. But my
your
15-year-old
does.
Yeah,
That is
at least
that is
the
an
Velcro
accomplishment.
straps.
No offense to your son, but
An untaken. It seems like what happened was all the intellect and power of the mind skipped a generation, It went right over him. It went from me right over him. And I fear that his kids are probably going to be like super geniuses.
Oh, I thought maybe he had a kid already because you said it skipped a generation. I thought maybe he had a kid.
No, I'm saying this is my hypothesis. Is it's going to go straight through his lineage and into my next of kin.
Well, give him a chance. He's 15.
You're talking about your loins?
A metamorphosis takes place,
That's true.
They get
talking
out
about
of
like spirits
years.
transferring?
Yeah.
Soul dispersion?
What is that called?
Soul tramping?
Transducenism?
Transducenism, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about like they're actually flying out of your loins, just
Soul
looking for bodies to take over.
No, I counted enough bodies in my days.
Are you in the immortal realm?
Let the bodies hit the floor.
I'm into that, partner.
Well, anyways, I think that's the problem is humans have this sense of goodwill and non-goodwill to humans, and I think everybody understands animals are just reactive, and because
goodwill hunting.
Well, they're just reactive. It's like
I mean, like an animal will just eat another animal. Like if they're hungry enough, they'll just. But
they know it's
that's
not
true
because
of humans too.
Yeah, but humans they can have a malicious intent, while animals are just predatory for the sake of being an animal. They're just hungry or desperate. That nobody thinks that animals are premeditating some malicious intent against humans because they're doing some kind of 10-step plan or something. Nobody believes in psychopathic animals.
You should live around here.
Well, that's probably why even, when a dog bites another human, there's still people who think, oh, we shouldn't kill that dog. Because in some sense, they still feel like, well, the animal's just being an animal. But if a human did that, well, now we're going to question all kinds of motives.
And my sister would beat my dog all the time.
Okay.
And it would make me so mad. But, I mean, I guess I wasn't really sure how I felt about it. She would never, like, choke the dog completely. But
not completely.
Yeah, not completely, but she was just really aggressive with it every time she got home from work, every night. And I was like, man, you got to take it easy, Antonio Montaro.
You should have pulled the code red on her.
Do you live in Arizona?
Sorry, what were you saying, Elder?
No, I was saying you should have pulled the code red on her in the middle of the night.
I tried to pull the covers.
Over her head? Are you under the sheets? Or are you an over the sheet guy?
Put the pillow over
honestly,
the head.
I like getting in between the sheets. I'm not under or over. What were you saying, Elder?
Wow, right in the middle.
I was just saying, middle of the night, pull code red, should probably leave the dog alone.
Yeah.
What's a code red, Elder?
Oh, that's when you fill a pillowcase full of something like, I don't know, it could be anything. If you want to go easy, you could fill it with oranges. If you want to be a little bit tougher, you could fill it with, I don't know, D-sized batteries. But you just you fill it full of those, and you sneak into the person's room in the middle of the night, and you give them a bit of a thrashing.
Do you do that often?
I don't. I don't have much of a call for that sort of thing.
Have you ever tried walrus protectors or?
It's apparently something they do in the military, and if you mess up, you'll get a code red. But
do you like buttered toast?
I love buttered toast.
It's good.
What about buttered sausage?
I love powdered toast. Powdered toast is the best.
Yeah, I don't know where we're going with all this, but
well, Elder was saying that we got to just tell my sister to stop beating my dog, but I feel like that's just beating a dead horse. We've been in this over and over again.
A dog.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah, that's I guess one way to put it. Yeah.
Are you an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth guy?
That's Old Testament, man.
I don't know about testaments. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just saying, are you one of those like, you punch me in the face, I'm gonna rip your eye out?
Nah.
Yeah, like, what
I
about?
turn the other cheek, man.
Then what are you encouraging people to do with batteries?
Well, I thought, Elder, I don't you believe in, you scratch my back and I scratch yours?
Well, that's always nice.
Yeah. That's the same thing.
Well, except that, getting a nice back scratch feels good, though.
Yeah,
Getting hit with a pillowcase full of oranges does not feel good.
Well, I seem to remember a favor that you still owe me.
Hey, listen, you know where I live. You just hop on a plane, come on over.
Hey, Elder, this is
just not that simple.
This is just for you.
Well, it's coming off.
Wow. Got a little warm in here for a minute. It was the action that went along with that kind of aggressive pull.
We're getting ready to unload the truth.
I see.
That's what we're doing here.
Unload of truth.
But before we do, you want to read the chat? So we ended off with Iron Man Super Chat.
Well, we skipped a bunch of other stuff before that.
Was there?
Oscar, I believe, was was there. Yeah, let's go back up. Oscar says that what? I got it.
Okay, I was gonna say I could do it if you want.
No, it's okay. You reserve your energy.
Well, you guys are yank shankers. Sharers.
There's stuff. Could be stuff coming down the pike. You should rest.
All this bright talk.
Oscar says, tomorrow, 5:21 a.m. Bus to work. First day. Wish me luck. It's Friday. Bon appetit.
Best of luck to you.
Yeah, best of luck. I'm curious, Oscar, where exactly, because your name would indicate a Slavic background, but you mentioned Bon appetit, which is French. So I'm just kind of wondering what and the timing. It's Friday there, wherever you are. So yeah, if you could just kind of fill us in as to generally where you are.
We want to know where you work.
Yeah, we want to know where. Yeah, good luck with your job.
Yeah, good luck.
And Bill Ironman says good luck. And Oscar says the King of Iron Fist tournament. It's Tekken Extended. Did you know? I have such a delay.
Yeah, we knew.
He's got to be in the back 40. Blank 8761 says Tibetan throat goat. There you go.
Nobody's called me that in a long time.
Yeah. I'm not going to say anything. Oscar says again, at this point, my alarm is set at 4:20. Well, I guess for some folks, that's a good time. I don't know if 4:20 a.m. would be good, and he said it's just a coincidence. Sure it is.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if it's legal where you're located, but hey. Iron Man says, I have a shark graveyard in my undershorts. Probably more information than we needed to know, but thank you for sharing. And then Oscar says, here, colleague is a word close to collector, which has been a designer D something brand. I don't know what the D stands for. A designer something brand. Anyway, it seems they had what is on ATM way earlier.
I think what he's trying to say is it's a designer delivery brand because they know how to deliver.
Oh, okay. I couldn't think of any other D words that you couldn't put in a chat.
Are you selling your services?
Other than
tonight.
It could be dick, could be douche.
Oh, I would talk about those services.
Anyway, then Oscar says, he says, what does he say? He says, so the government said it killing people, by the way. They made it happen. Then Jeremy Henneberry is here, and he says, with all the lies, deception, and propaganda these days, no one's kids are going to be geniuses. Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah,
Unless
just
someone
wait till this
cuts through it.
Saturday.
See,
And
the
we
genius
got
kids are
something
gonna
in store for you, Jeremiah. Don't
yeah,
you worry one bit.
yeah,
We got
yeah.
something for you coming down.
Yep.
Oh no,
You would be impressed.
I think that's probably maybe more isolated to like America. I think other countries probably try to continue their ideas of intelligent expansion.
Let's see. Right, Jeremy. And then Oscar says, I hope you good guys. He says, the memory is what I'm trying not lose. And then Bill says, you scratch my nuts, implying, I guess, he'll scratch yours. And then Bill says, hit that thumbs up, dorks. I guess that's one way of putting it. Oscar says, about 20 years ago, I did read, I guess, on YT.
YouTube.
YouTube. Thank you. You're right. You sound a little scratchy there. It sounds like you're trying to do an impersonation of someone.
When I'm fighting crime.
It said they have stuff which make you feel like you're on a different planet. Yeah, I'm from the 60s, and let me tell you, I think that stuff's been around for a while.
I'm from the
Oscar
parts.
says, I totally agree. What? You feel lucky, punk? What?
I said I'm from the parts.
Oh, the parts. Yeah.
I grew up in the parts.
Yeah. Bill says shank anchors. So strange.
Wow.
And then Oscar says, I was sleeping 3 or 4 hours already.
Prison tool.
Poland. There you go. I will be working in a bakery. Oh, that's really cool. Making babka. I'm Polish from descent. I have relatives over in Poland. So that's pretty cool. I'm trying to think of some Polish words I know, but I'm not very good. So I don't know.
Is it potato based?
Chindobia? I don't know. Anyway, good to see you over there in Poland. And finally, Lord Sexist one. Lords. Whatever. Lordess. Yo, happy eclipse, guys. Chill. Listening to you all while I work. Good times. Well, I always like hearing the folks who are listening to us while they work. It makes me happy that we can kind of be out there with folks while they're toiling at their their jobs and their work. To make what meager pay I'm sure that the overlords are willing to give them. But yeah, it's nice that we can hang out together.
Well, it is, and we'd like to shout out for that comment. This Washington Post article tells you how to see the near total lunar eclipse Thursday night and when to look up.
Yeah, so, don't forget to wear your special glasses because you could get blinded.
But yeah, tonight's the night. Tonight is the night. Are you excited?
Tonight. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on.
On other news, also, Mountain Dew is coming out with a new product.
Woo!
If you haven't got your Mountain Dew body wash and your Mountain Dew soap, they are now producing Mountain Dew body wash and soap of your favorite Mountain Dew flavor. And there's all kinds of flavors for those who don't know. If you're into supporting America, you can always get Dew SA flavor if you're into doing SA.
Wonder what that tastes like.
Probably tastes like the military.
If you like Donald Trump, you can always get the Mango Rush flavor, which is a orange Little Caesar.
I'm sorry. An orange Little Caesar.
If you like fires, don't forget about the Maui fires with the Maui Burst. You can get those Maui fire flavors.
Wow. I feel like all these prophecies are coming to pass. You're like Daniel in the Bible.
If you're waiting for the
Because they are.
government takeover with the cybernetic blackout, you can get Mountain Dew Pitch Black. We're going to knock out all your electricity.
What's going on here?
If you're waiting for the Ice Age to come, you can get Summer Freeze when they're going to freeze the entire planet.
There's something called due process.
Dinosaurs will go away.
And if you want to reminisce with
Go to sleep.
9/11, don't forget, this came out 3 months before 9/11, Code Red, with the airplanes and the Twin Towers on the Mountain Dew can. So you can reminisce on the flavors of Code Red. There's many more, but I'll end it there. But you
Coming
can
up on
get
the
your
25th
body wash
anniversary,
and soap
you know.
products today.
25th anniversary of 9/11. Unbelievable. Doesn't feel like it. It's unreal. Well, on that note on history, let's go back to the chats here. We'll knock a few of these off here.
If you don't believe me,
Oscar
just
says-
watch. Sorry, what were you saying, Elder?
There's a lot of gas in the air. I don't know what's going on. We're all very gassy today. Must be a pressure thing. Oscar says they have a specialized production which mostly goes off abroad. Oh, interesting. I wonder if this stuff ever comes to the States. I do like me some babka. Cheese babka. So good. Toast it, put some butter on there. Oh, good stuff.
That's what I was asking. Is it a potato base?
I don't think babka is. No, it's regular bread, but it's kind of heavy. I don't know what actually goes in it, but they have different. The fillings are different. I like the one with cheese, but Jeremy says they're approving mushrooms now to help with depression. Yes, please elaborate what you guys think about that.
Well, there is a lot of studies on microdosing.
Yeah, for vets, they're trying to for vets for depression and what is it, PDST or yeah, it's PTSD.
Can't pronounce the word right now.
Cybercillin, psilocybin, psilocybin.
Yes.
They're using that for. Bill says they're using that for Alzheimer's patients. God bless anyone who has Alzheimer's. I'm sure they're willing to try anything, if it helps. Such a devastating disease.
Well, there's a lot of ideas about lion's mane also, and for neurological stuff. But yeah, a lot of people are starting to realize the power of a mushroom.
Yeah. Or maybe we should just stop eating plastic. That might help us too.
My older brother always used to tell me, if it works, then it works.
That's some deep philosophical stuff going on right there.
Oh.
Oscar says, did twice, I guess. Very creative. Mountain Goo. Bill says Mountain Goo. And then he says, you should set up a little feeding trowel for a colleague where if you donate some money, some peanuts will fall out of the ceiling and you could snack on them.
You think I am some kind of wild animal? I don't find that very funny.
I think it's hysterical. I think it would be
This ain't
funny.
the circus. This ain't freaking China or whatever.
If it turned out this is my circus and these are my monkeys. Damn it. Iron Man says that Mountain Dew Black don't work. He says colleague is like Camp Dachau full of gas. Oh, please, Iron Man, come on, Bill. 100% of autopsy he's done on people with Alzheimer's have worms in their brains. Oh, that's weird. Huh.
That's an easy fix, easy cure.
Yeah, I guess.
All you gotta do is deworm your brain,
Oh yeah, like a dog. You give it a dewormer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Would hand feed colleague, but I'm afraid he'd bite my fingers. I don't think colleague. I don't think he's a biter.
I'm not. I'm a
He's.
fighter.
I was gonna say he's not a biter. He's a lover, but. Oh.
Well, those are the natural responses. It's either flight or bite. But I choose fight.
There you go. And sometimes when
Are
you're
you a
fighting,
regular
you're biting.
consumer of ivermectin?
No.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Maybe talking about like deworming.
Well, Mel is.
Yeah.
Mel talks about it all the
think
time.
Mel Toxic. I used to listen to him on the radio.
Gibson.
I did Tonin.
No, Mel Gibson.
Mel A. Tonin. Damn it! I just had a thought and it went away. I hate when that happens. Don't get old, kids. Lords says just Googled Mountain Dew Blackout. Their marketing team is very mysterious. Haha, Elder. Just have to let you know it's a lunar eclipse, so it's easy on the eyes. That's good to know. I just bought new sunglasses too. I was thinking of using them, but and then Lord says, all you got to do is deworm your brain.
There
It's
you
true. Bill says, I take ivermectin and fenbendazole.
Yeah.
He says there's hospitals in Russia specifically for treating parasites. Maybe we should send some of the people here over there.
Oh, for those who are interested in what you don't forget, we talked about it before. 1970 or 71 goes back to Kissinger and CIA director. They were involved in a South American country controversy, and the director of Pepsi, and so directly correlated with. That's why the Mountain Dew conspiracy is real, is because Pepsi's CEO was working strictly with Kissinger, and they were using their monetary benefits to help this coup going on in South America and utilizing drink propagandas to infiltrate secret codes. No different than Larry Ellison. You know, the Oracle is actually because it was created from a CIA project called Oracle with Ellison himself. And
should have
CIA.
called it Parasite.
So all these corporations have correlations back to the CIA or whatever. So it's not strange that they would put these names on these drinks or products or technologies.
Not if the corporations have correlations.
Well, it's not arbitrary. You know, we think, oh, wow, it sounds like a mystical name.
Never
or some,
is.
Yeah.
There's a reason for every season.
That's true.
Nothing happens on accident.
Sometimes things can happen, but are you a follower of Hume?
I don't know. But you can't spell human without Hume. I know that much.
Well, it's Hume.
Yeah, human.
Well, that's A-N.
No, E-N.
Human?
Human.
Human. There's,
men.
yeah.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like raining men?
No.
Hallelujah. hey, listen. I got something interesting to read to you guys. I think you'll find this fascinating. Common brain parasites. Neurocysticosis is the most frequent worm-related brain infection caused by the larval stage of the pork tapeworm. Humans acquire it by ingesting tapeworm eggs from contaminated food, water, or surfaces. Once ingested, the eggs hatch into larvae, travel through the bloodstream, and form cysts in the brain, which can remain dormant for years. Symptoms include seizures, headaches, memory problems, personality changes, and hydrocephalitis. How about that?
Whoa.
Are you afraid?
Nah. When I got up, and my brain would probably wind up killing all those larvae anyway, so it's all good. That's like, they say beer kills, or alcohol kills brain cells. They're only the weak ones.
So your brain cells actually kill alcohol. You're like Captain America. Or like Superwoman, who has to go to a red sun planet.
Yeah, red sun planet, because got to lose your power so you can get drunk.
Mm-hmm. She's just too good at giving brain.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, those people from Krypton.
Yeah,
they think
too
they're
much
all
brain.
Are you going to give me some?
Yeah.
I'll take some intelligence.
Yeah, give it away now.
I'm kind of low on my power right now.
Oh, Bill says if you have a pet, you have parasites. It's good to know.
In old times...
What if I have a pet parasite? What?
In old times, in old religions, they had this idea called... And it's very interesting, but it's dual cultivation. And it's so weird because there was like this idea of some kind of... Like everybody was a vessel. And vessels different people had different... I guess you call it maybe spiritual energy or something. But when they dual cultivate, which is another word for, having sex, that bonding actually made the power activate, and you got stronger. And there's a transverse of this power through dual cultivation. And so
when powers activate,
it just amplifies.
I think they showed it on that cartoon, Demon Hunters.
I'm not familiar with that.
I was thinking Super Friends, but...
Well, it's just an interesting thing that somehow it's like you're like stuck at this level of knowledge or stuck at this level of growth. But when you find this holy vessel or this special person with a special constitute and you dual cultivate, it allows you to break through. So you have to find that special person with a special constitute. And that would be a reason why a lot of these emperors and kings would have concubine, because they're looking for this woman with this special constitute.
Oh, that's why they did that.
Well, you can't say that's exclusively, but embedded into their religions.
Yeah.
And that's why they had to be virgins, because then their spiritual energy would have been taken.
Wow.
It's like being struck by a smooth criminal.
Wow. So, all these kings who had all these women, they were just soul searching. It's not that they were trying to,
get with them.
Well, of course they would want them, but there's reasons why they chose certain ones, like from certain families.
Mm-hmm.
And because you could go to the brothels,
mm-hmm.
but that's not because you're looking for a concubine. Would actually be a part, like a consort. It would be something part of my family, and you're only going to accept them as a consort or a concubine because you believe that they're from a certain family, and that family has a possibility of having a certain special vessel.
Right, like if their dad was like a bread baker or something, he knew how to make cakes.
Or just a prominent family.
I'm gonna get some.
Like a prominent family that had a lot of wealth, and you'd be able to get some of that spiritual energy from
some of that patty cake.
Yeah, but those are ancient timelines.
That baker's bread.
They really believed a family correlation.
They believed in God.
Yeah, but they call that like dual cultivation.
Praise God.
Well, it makes sense when you think about the old times, and that's why they would say, "Oh, this woman's used."
Yeah, I think about those old times all the time.
It's not so much used like
times.
You've been used. It's like even if you were just only had sex one time, you're still used because your spiritual energy has been used.
Yeah, I'm definitely a user.
Are you an abuser?
Are you an addict?
Are you a cruiser?
You need a rehabilitation.
I use energy.
Sometimes
one might even say I abuse energy.
Are you a cultivator?
Sometimes.
Or multiplier?
You can't multiply energy, but
does dual cultivation help you?
Yeah, it does. Like I said, sometimes I relax and I don't use my energy like I used to.
Yeah, you can't get lax.
No.
It's good. Well, what else is in the chats?
Speak true.
I gotta put my flaps back up.
Guys, Oscar says, guys, and you know the dew is mythical creature from mountains. Oh, there you go. So I guess an old Polish...
I thought that was the Yeti.
Myth.
It's the pygmy people.
Yeti dew. And Lord says, exclamation point. Then Oscar says, actually a good one guy. That what I did read. And he says, I see dew like a demon hunter from Warcraft universe.
Oh.
Then, Iron Man said, we're talking of demon hunters. Iron Man says, I had all those problems when I was drinking, and I think I was drinking because of the parasites. They also, you're thinking as soon as I got them out of my body, it fixed it myself from end-stage liver disease. And then Lord says, wow, never knew parasites could be so romantic. Love is in the medicine. Love is the medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Love is the drug.
Well, sometimes people take willingly, and you guys already know this, I know I'm preaching to the crowd here, but a lot of people purposely drink or eat tapeworms, eggs, so that way they'll lose weight. Because they can eat all the food they want, and the tapeworm just eats the food from their stomach. And it lines out your intestines, and so it's a good weight loss pill. And then you just get it surgically removed. So you can get it surgically put in by doctors, and then you can get it surgically removed by doctors when you get to your desired weight. It's kind of genius. Depends on what's in your wallet.
Yeah, what are you carrying in your wallet?
And your gullet.
Yeah, those things are creepy. You ever see like some of them? They're like feet long, like several feet long.
I've seen the videos of bears, and they're coming out their butt while they're walking.
That's even better. You don't have to get it surgically removed. It comes out of your butt.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, imagine drinking and like you're drinking alcohol. You're smoking drugs,
doing things behind school doors.
You're
school buses,
hiding in alleyways.
Yeah,
doing things in dark places.
Mm-hmm. You're just doing some really explicit stuff.
You're into the dark
hiding in the attic.
Yeah, you're riding a dark horse.
Yeah,
and
you're a puppet master.
Or pale horse.
Yeah,
chasing tail.
Definitely My Little Pony.
Mm-hmm.
But you're doing all this stuff, but nothing's actually happening because the parasite is absorbing it all. So you can eat all the candy you want. You smoke all the crack. And the parasite is actually absorbing it in your lungs. So you're actually inflating the parasite every time you breathe. The parasite.
Smoking parasite?
No, you don't smoke the parasite. I mean, I guess you could. It probably wouldn't do anything for you.
That's the first
I was going to be a parasite, but then I got high.
Stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say that, but then I got high. Like what Elder said.
I was going to eat your insides, but then I got high.
You're gonna catch the parasite spirit.
Yeah, that'd be creepy. Because then you might actually become a parasite and start.
Then I got high.
Maybe that's how parasites exist.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I've never seen an actual human being possessed with something that would make them like leech off of somebody.
Well, there's that movie called Parasite.
Yeah, but that's a fantasy. Like, I've never actually seen a human parasite where they're just literally mooching off of somebody or mooching off the government, or like I've never seen anything like that before. So it's debatable whether that exists. Being possessed by a parasitical demon.
Well, my name is Host.
Oh, wow. That's true. How about the human centipede?
Well, I was just thinking, like, archetypally, and all of you guys are feeding off of me.
Like a human centipede.
Like a human host. Yeah. A matrix host.
Whoa. A human host.
Mm-hmm.
Is the
And
most.
I do it willingly,
Whoa. With honor.
out of my own volition. Nobody's forcing me.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
What do you think
Yeah.
about ancient artifacts?
I think they're pretty old.
Do you think there's a thing into like mythical artifacts that have like mythical powers?
Like a
You
mythical
talking about like
morning
the
or something.
stuff? You talking about the stuff that's in my sock drawer?
I don't know what you got in your sock drawer. I don't know what kind of mythical puppets you got over there, but no, you know how people believe that if there was like a old famous powerful soldier or warrior or emperor and they had a sword, it possessed the spirit of the emperor, so this would be like a mythological artifact and or mythological what do you call those weapons, and so they were treasured, kind of like relics. They possessed the power of the people that were one time seen as very special, unique people.
I mean, is it sort of like, Saint Dustin's hip bone or something like that?
Or like Alexander the Great sword or shield. Or Genghis Khan's like hat. And I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, for a minute there, I was like kind of side eye. Where did you get that hat? Hey, see, clammed up, not saying a thing.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking, do
okay.
you guys believe in any of that? Like there's transcending power in these heroic mythological people, and it transverses into their items.
The Spear of Destiny was the spear that Longinus used to pierce Christ's side when he was on the cross.
Do we still have that spear?
I don't know. There's myths that anyone who carries the spear into battle will be undefeated.
Or like the idea of the common one is like in Indiana Jones, they were chasing, what is it called, the Christ's chalice, because it's supposed to give like an elixir of
the
eternal life
Holy
or
Grail.
something. Yeah, Holy
Kind of
Grail.
what they call it.
Yeah, stuff like that. That would be this idea of mythological, powerful items. They possess a certain power because they were in the ownership of very mythological people, like very extraordinary people.
I mean, think about it. In the original one, he was looking for the Ark of the Covenant. So, I mean, come on.
Right, because the idea is that thing had mythological power.
Man, can you imagine if we actually found that thing?
Look, I'm just.
It's in Warehouse 13 somewhere.
Hey guys, come over to Cloud 9. We're having a good time over here. Yeah, drinks on the house.
This is why you don't smoke drugs, kids.
That's why you don't smoke parasites.
And you don't do alcohol.
That's right.
You
Don't do parasites.
Yeah.
We reject that.
So Oscar says, Dew, for example, was living in Afghanistan region, story says. So you got to look up this Dew thing, whatever it is, because apparently it's like a cryptid. I don't know.
But in ancient
says,
times, the dew on the ground was very prominent. Like the morning dew.
Yeah, it was manna from heaven.
I was thinking about over the timelines of many ancient beliefs. The morning dew was very mythical.
Except for the manna part
Is
of
it called dewback?
Dude, that's from Star Wars.
Whoa.
That's what they were. The stormtroopers were riding dewbacks in the first movie when they were patrolling Tatooine.
Why am I just now hearing about this?
Sounds like some really cheesy currency. Yeah, give out these dewbacks.
Could you lend me a few dewbacks?
Either that or it sounds like something you shouldn't participate in.
I looked up dew creature, and I probably got a bunch of viruses. But let me show you guys what I've
went to
got
dewcreatures.com?
No, it's not dewcreatures.com. This one is
Star
StarWarsFandom.com.
Yeah.
And this is it says a dewback written by Obi-Wan.
Oh well,
Kenobi.
yeah. I guess there's. Yeah.
Is that Cannabis?
They're Kenobi, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and yeah, they're I think they're native to Tatooine, so you see a lot of people riding them.
Creatures.
That looks pretty real.
Well, it's mythological in terms of
between a rat
Star Wars is mythological.
and a possum.
Well, you could probably comb the hair on the top of its head.
You can ride them. See?
That one looks fake. That looks fake.
And those proportions.
Well, they are
really
fake.
bad.
I mean, they're make believe. They're from Star Wars.
What is this? Make believe?
What?
Are you into that?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, yeah.
It's only make believe if you don't want it.
They're Wookiees. Make believe.
Whoa. See, that looks like CGI.
That's make believe.
I'm not putting on my glasses. It's not worthy.
It's not worthy. It's not worth it.
It's Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
That was mythological.
It's wizards. Oh, there's Darth.
Oh, Darth. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, my 15-year-old calls that Dark Vader.
Dark Vader. Well, it's not,
yeah, Dark Vader.
That's pretty good, Dark Vader.
And that.
Oh, there's a mythical creature.
That. Right there.
Is Johnny Bravo.
That's actually Luke Bryant.
Don't know who that is.
Me neither.
No, that's the evil man who ruined Star Wars.
He sold his soul.
Well, he created it. He created it, and then he destroyed it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's a sick world. It really is.
It's a troubling world. Yeah. Luke Skywalker.
It's a sick world after all.
They're all. It's okay. So we got Oscar says, and I have a different version of everything. Okay. Then Iron Man Bill says, or you could just have self-control and keep the cake out of your GD mouth, as opposed to swallowing larvae of bookworms. And then Oscar says, game over. It's a little icon. Bill says, my bologna pony. Bologna pony. Yeah. It is weird that it's spelled Bologna, but it's pronounced bologna. Go figure.
That's what see. That's one of those things. I have a hard time saying bologna. I want to say Bologna.
Yeah, but it's bologna.
Yeah, because
like that's probably one of the mysteries.
Moving silence like Bologna.
I think if we knew that, we'd know a lot more about the nature of the universe.
That G is kind of loud. Log.
Mm-hmm. Logna. What?
I said if we knew more why Bologna is pronounced baloney, I think we'd know more about the world, the universe.
Without a doubt, old friend.
Well, why is the word spell called spell?
Because spill was already taken?
Or is it casting spells? Because words are power.
So are numbers.
So are sticks and stones.
They may break my bones.
Words can never hurt me.
But they can cast a spell on you.
Nope.
That's right. If I cast a spell on you, you could be hurt.
I don't know. I just really been thinking about this mythological artifact stuff, like modern day stuff. You know, people hold trophies. Somebody gives them some pendant or passed down heirlooms from your father or your dad or your mom or grandfather, and you keep these items, and they some reason you call it sentimental, but a lot of times they feel empowering, like it makes you feel like you somehow absorb their abilities. I don't know. To me, it's very interesting that even today we still have some quasi idea of this mythological archetype of artifacts and possessions.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's things we stay away from. There's things we don't like, and we feel like there's something off about it, or it's from a bad person. Like nobody wants to keep like Hitler's brush or something,
or
or you think it has some kind of bad juju.
They don't want to.
Go ahead.
I'm not trying to make bad juju about Hitler, but people don't even want to touch his stash.
Yeah, but they try to copy it.
That's what I'm saying. Like you don't even want to put nobody like that stash is probably illegal. You'd probably go to jail if you walked around outside wearing that stash.
Yeah, because if you smoke it, you're gonna have the spirit of Hitler.
But if you stash it,
well, you keep
then
it
Hitler
concealed.
smoked you.
Yeah, you do it in secret.
You know, there's a really cool miniseries that came out many years ago called The Lost Room. And it's kind of a cool story about it was a room in a motel. Something either supernatural or something happened in the room. And the objects that were in the room at the time, including the person that was staying there, they all disappeared. But when they started turning up somewhere, they all had some sort of power. And it's just an interesting series. You're talking about these relics having power. It was kind of like a modern day story like that. Some of the things had really kind of cool powers. Some of them had really dumb powers. But it was kind of a neat series. If you can find it, it's probably hard to find. It's called The Lost Room.
Sounds like the Fantastic Four.
What does that have? What does one have to do with the other?
Well, like where they go to space, they come and they get hit with some kind of gamma
Cosmic
ray
rays.
thing, yeah, and then they come back and they all have different special powers and stuff.
Yeah, that's what that's what Stanley
Sounds
wrote
like spermology
back in the '60s.
with different.
That's how it all
genes.
started.
Which that latest Fantastic Four seems like a flop.
The movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because once again they keep deviating from the comic books. They never learn. The people who make these movies don't deviate from the comic books. Don't try to change things up to try to make them, I don't know, more relevant just take the stuff out of the comic book. That's what the fans want. That's what they like. That's what they want. Just do it.
And then somebody else comes up behind them and makes a movie like The Lost Room and does a better job.
Yeah, except there's no superheroes in the Lost Room.
I thought you were saying that they come back with some abilities or something.
The objects. The
Oh,
objects
okay. Never mind. I thought you
have
said.
powers. And
I knew you
that's
said the
interesting-
objects, but I thought you were saying even
Yeah.
the people in the room, they disappeared with the objects, and the
There
people
was
also
someone-
came back.
Yeah, there was someone in the room when this thing occurred, and he's gone. But the objects that were in the room at the time,
Okay.
they
So-
somehow obtained these interesting powers.
Right, I got
Some of them are
that. So
powerful.
the guy never turned up again?
I don't think he did. Ugh. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my
The guy's
goodness,
a
wow.
ghost.
It's raining. It's raining out there. It's been a long time since I saw the series. I just know the premise of it. It's probably time to watch it again. But I remember it's really good. I enjoyed it. The objects with the powers are kind of funny.
Well,
I
that's
won't give
why I was
anything away.
asking. Do you believe that stuff? Like, do you believe there is some kind of power within items?
Well, here's the thing. It's hard as a gamer not to sort of put some sort of, truth behind those things. But I think in reality, I don't think there's any such thing. Now, that's not to say that, I think someone was mentioning before about energy. Energy isn't destroyed, it's just changed. And we know that our bodies contain a certain amount of energy. I think objects can resonate energy too. So, when you make a statement where certain things may have kind of a special energy to them, I don't know if they quote have powers, but I mean, something as famous as, Alexander the Great sword, and what that, everything that kind of experience in existence, you would think that it, some energy would be somehow attributed to it. But I don't know. I guess it's like a lot of things. You kind of have to believe first in order for any of that stuff to work. And I don't think I believe that that strongly.
Yeah, because I was told growing up by my older brother that I had superpowers, and that my body was going through some changes and stuff like that too.
Did he tell you to jump off the roof to try to fly?
No, but he did say I was stronger than most other little boys. So
is that because you ate cereal?
Hmm?
Is that because you ate cereal?
Or,
Got some
or were
Lucky
you bending?
Charms?
yeah, I mean, yeah, I love cereal.
Or you got the power of Captain Crunch?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you ate little Fruity Loops?
Gum cutters.
Mm-hmm.
Golf cutters or whatever?
No, gum cutters. Captain
bumping
Crunch
gums or
cereal,
whatever.
they're gum cutters.
Yeah,
You
they
eat them
cut
and your gums
gums.
get all cut up.
Yeah.
I thought he said gutter cutters or something.
See,
No,
Anyways, I got my flaps
That's
down.
I never had any
flaps are
gravy
down again,
gutters, so
naturally you can't hear
Is it
me.
gravy smashers?
gravy gutters.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm not trying to brag or anything. It's just something that my brother always told me that I was
You
super.
were special.
I was strong.
Special.
Do you think we only keep pass downs or what they call keepsakes just because it's sentimental?
Probably.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, it makes sense.
I don't know. I mean, I have this sensation that there's something more to that.
We had this knick-knack.
Paddywhack. give
And-
it a
Paddywhack.
man.
It was of the Archangel Michael,
Wow.
and he was choking the devil,
Wow.
but he had his sword in the other
Powerful
hand. So he had the devil's throat in one hand and a sword in the other. A lot of people have probably seen the same knick-knack, and yeah, sometimes it was scary. Because you creep around at night and you find out. I mean, it's just like if the light hits it just right, it's kind of creepy, especially with the devil's tongue sticking out and everything. But that's just what happens when you're getting choked to death.
Yeah, I don't really. I don't know about no knickknacks, but it's really difficult when I talk about it because there's a part of me that believes there's
It's okay.
more to this. Because logically, I know this is all stupid, but. In
I know it's difficult to talk about.
Well, it is. It really is.
It's okay.
But
Well, this is
Especially
a
when
safe
you're
space.
paddywhacking.
I think there's something more to that. Like there's something deeper in the idea of, and I'm not talking about like crystals and stuff like that.
No, I know what you're saying. Like when you look in Michael's eyes, and you can see there's like a fire, like a passion. Like you almost just want to surrender.
I reject that. I don't know what you're saying.
Reject your reality.
Well,
It's
there's
something
a
of my own.
there's a type of security that comes with it, like being safe. I guess.
I'm not talking about psychological impediments. I think there's something outside of the materialistic function, something meta material.
That's what Michael is. Like he's all about that.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Michael
I ain't talking about
Jackson,
Bublé.
Michael Jordan, Michael
Oh,
Peterson,
Talking about Bublé?
Michael
I'll have a little
Phelps.
buble.
Well, I'm not talking about Michael Bublé either. I'm talking about the Archangel.
I don't know.
And yes, he has a mighty arch.
It's just something. I think there's something more to that.
There
Is
is.
it a golden arch?
And I'm not
Is it a
talking
golden
about your
arch?
knickknacks. And if anybody knows me, like on this show, they know this is probably third base on the kind of format I usually project. But yeah, it is something that I think is interesting.
It is.
Because if I told you I had this charm, like this pendant, and it came from some satanic worshiper, that was probably like Huxley or something. There's going to be half of the room that says, "Get that thing away from me." There's going to be another half or a quarter that's going to say, "Give that to me." There's going to be another quarter that doesn't care. But the people who don't care still have this proclivity of, "Get that thing. I don't want that. I don't want it in my house." Even though they don't believe in anything, they just don't want it in their house. And it's like, why?
Yeah, like
If you don't believe in anything, why?
there's a scene on Nacho Libre where Jack Black is like his buddy comes up with some street corn, Mexican street corn, and Jack Black slaps it out of his hand, and he says, "Get that corn out of my face." And of course, that makes his friend upset.
Well,
Well,
why
I
do you
would
think
too,
people
especially
feel
if I
that
just
way?
spent good money buying corn for my friend.
Yeah, that's street corn.
Yeah. So he choked him.
Mm.
He choked him over the corn.
Yeah.
I just think it's interesting because it's more the evil things that we think are evil than good. But some reason people just have this default.
There's
idea.
nothing evil about corn.
Well, it depends on who had it last.
Who's shucking it? Yeah.
And see, that's what's interesting is who possesses the thing, regardless if it's corn, porn, form, whatever you want. Who possesses it, and then it's going to change your idea of if you want it or not. And I think that's very interesting. Regardless if you believe it or not, you still don't want it.
Well, everybody wants. Okay.
Or you want it.
Everybody wants Mexican street corn. That's not even a discussion. Like that's everybody wants it.
But
what Jack Black did was weird. That's what put him on the bottom of the chart.
But if I would get Jeffrey Dahmer's hammer that he smashed people's heads in.
Actually, he had no, it wasn't him. It was the other serial killer had a sweater.
Yeah, something like that. That
And
was stained with blood of the people he killed.
Well, it's actually I think at a museum now. Who's that? Not Jeffrey Dahmer, the guy that all the women liked.
Tom
McLaughlin? No.
Tom McLaughlin. Hey, speaking of Tom
Ted
McLaughlin,
Bundy.
Ted
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
Yeah, his sweater is still out there, and women refuse to wear it. In a documentary I saw, they were saying that the women refuse to wear the sweater just because of what it means and all that. So, but yeah, it's the same thing. It's a relic.
Yeah, that's why I think it's interesting. It's like people don't even believe this stuff. They still don't want it in their surroundings. It's like, why? You don't believe anything about it.
Right, and
Or it
most
could
of
be
women...
a cursed item.
Right. What is this thing? It was like somebody was shot in this house, and some reason people think, oh, this is bad juju. I don't want to be in a house where somebody was killed in. It's like, why? You don't believe in none of that.
Well, yeah, it's because you don't want to take care of your own kids, let alone some ghost kids that are running around.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying is now this house becomes some kind of relic.
It becomes expensive.
It's
Like,
mythological.
I got to take care of real children and spirit children now. It's like, where's your break?
Just
Like you can't win for losing because you're gonna wake up either by the baby crying or by little Nicky at your bed post.
And what I think is more interesting is that this happens to be more prevalent of a feeling for bad things and good things. But if there's an equilibrium, that means the good things would be just as prevalent, but nobody feels that. But
I do.
if it's a bad thing, everybody tends to have that feeling.
Look at the priest's holy oil.
You talking about Peter Popoff? His magical spring water?
Catholics have all kinds of relics. They have the crosses.
Mm-hmm.
They have the oil.
Yeah, they're famous for the relics, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now, what is
They
that?
even have shaws.
Yeah. What is all that?
Those are relics.
Right.
But on the good side of things.
So that's what I'm saying. Is there something to that?
Yes, because, like I was saying earlier, this invites Michael into your home. Again, I'm not talking about Buble. I'm talking about the Archangel.
Talking about Willie.
Willie Michael? Michael Willie?
Yeah.
No.
Willie Wonka.
The Archangel.
George Michael?
Willie Winker.
It sounds like the European form of Willy Wonka. Willy Winker. Anyway, I just feel safer knowing that Michael is in my bedroom at night.
Yeah, so I don't have
Myers.
those sensations of good or bad feelings.
That's why you don't sleep.
Well, maybe.
Sorry,
I'm
that
too
wasn't
neutral.
funny.
Yeah, you're stuck in neutral.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just free floating. I'm just levitating out here. Just flying around.
Yeah.
Astro projecting around the planet.
You guys loose.
Man, I'm an immortal. But There is, and it's weird. I can't logically put any format in it. I just see that there's a real pattern between all of that I can't really deny the existential thing, but I can't formulate a logical format for it. And anybody who denies it, it's like, all right, well, then start accepting all these prominent things from very evil people.
Well, anybody who denies it will be denied before the Father. The father on the Catholic priest father.
Are you talking about Epstein?
Like you can't deny the relic power and go to the Father and confess your sins. You'll be denied.
I just wonder why people don't take the positive stuff more. Like if somebody was a very wealthy man, and maybe the elites do that. There's a wealthy man.
There's such a thing as Lucky Charms, right? I mean, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But I'm saying something
people have things hanging in their windows.
Like in the Bohemian Grove stuff. Like they pass down relics, but it's from the elites to the elites. And they're treasured relics. Or Masons do the same thing. But these are on the positive levels. So maybe the elites, and that's what's interesting. So these elite people aren't stupid, but they believe in this stuff on the positive levels.
They might be superstitious, though.
Yeah, but they believe it, and they become rich and powerful.
Could be a coincidence.
And that's what you can always chalk it up as coincidence. But are you going to take a demonic pendant and put it in your house?
No, but that's especially different for me because I'm a Christian.
See? Why not? If it's all fake and coincidence, then take it.
Well, the same reason that Donald is actually making
French fries.
Donald is making an Ark of the Covenant in his home, remember?
Well, he already has a replica.
Well, yeah, maybe he already did it, I guess. I don't keep up. But, yeah, so he already did it. And we'll look at how blessed he is. I mean, who can deny Midas?
Right. That's what I'm saying. For the people who, the good things are coincidence. The bad things are real. That's what I think is weird. Like Elder won't take the Lucky Charms, but he sure is going to reject, a demonic pendant.
That's because there's a difference between God giving you blessings and real evil, like demonic evil. I mean, demonic evil is real. And God's blessings are real. So.
That's a very strange quandary.
Well, sometimes blessings are connected to objects. Wouldn't you agree, Elder?
Yeah.
And sometimes curses are connected to objects. Would you not also agree with that? Say you won't.
I mean, you say you're a Christian. You believe in the Bible, right? And they have things like a handkerchief or things like that transcend like positive things. And they were affirmed as like ropes and other stuff that was affirmed as a positive item that transcended positive functions. So you, as somebody who believes in that, why wouldn't you accept that still exists?
Oh, that's a good question. I haven't really pondered it. I just know that luck, there's no such thing as luck or coincidence. I mean,
I'm not talking about luck. I'm just saying positive functions and negative functions.
Well, I think there's psychological aspects of these things too. Like if you keep something like an object with you that maybe belonged to someone you cared about and maybe they passed and you just keep this object because it reminds you of them. Maybe you feel calmed by it, by having it, or inspired or something. I don't know. I mean,
would you consider these biblical items as psychological and they're not real?
Yeah, because I feel like that could be theological too.
And I'm only saying that because you assert, you're a Christian and you believe in the Bible. So I'm using that. I mean, I can use the Quran if you're claiming Islam. There's things in there too.
Yeah, but that doesn't.
I'm just saying because your text talks about these positive, and I don't think you would claim them as psychological. You'd probably claim them as some kind of spiritual positive thing.
Yeah. Well, God works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, through an object.
I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying it's not likely. But again, maybe. I mean, who's to say?
Well, that's what I think is interesting. All these religions tend to have mythological objects. All of them. And
Well,
they
think
all
about the
have,
concept
there's
of holy
good
water.
objects and bad objects in all these ancient religions.
I mean, holy water is supposed to have a positive effect, and it's water, but people believe because it's been blessed that it has these attributes to it. So
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't know. Yeah.
So I think it's interesting because, you know, our materialistic mind frame says this is fugazi, but if there's any idea of a meta reality, almost every religion believes in this construct that there's something deeper about very special items.
Right. And maybe there is something to be said about it. I don't know. I haven't really studied it much or delved into it on a serious level. But yeah, you may have something there. It may be interesting just to look into it.
Well, it's just tough, even me talking about it. You know, I'm very logical, but I'm talking about it because when you study ancient functions, it's absolutely a true belief. And then I think about today, we still have metaforms of that. Like my grandpa gave me this, you know, his diploma, and it makes me feel like it's going to encourage me or help me become successful too. Or he gave me his first dollar bill, which makes me have this sense that I'm going to be successful. And so we try to modernize this idea, but it's still like this relic from somebody prominent that you feel like has this some kind of power to encourage you or get you to a level or something. And so we modernize the function, but we still have these ideas today.
Yeah. It's it's an interesting subject, and I'm willing to bet doing some research on it could probably, produce some interesting facts. The other thing is, you're right there, colleague.
Curse breath. Got breath of stank. Breath of steel.
Is that like a relic?
It might be. It's worth 10 tokens. It's a superpower.
Boy. Listen, I'm going back to the chats for a while.
The power of the.
I'm gonna go back to the chats for a while.
I'll
I'll see you
huff
guys later.
and puff
But
and burp
I
your
will
house
say-
down.
There's a poison gas was made illegal by the convention. What do you call it? Geneva Convention. You can't use poison gas anymore.
Well, chemical
know,
warfare tends to be that way.
Yeah. I would say that it's an interesting subject that I might like to get into further later down the road. But the idea of psychological and spiritual kind of crossing over, and what we consider a psychological. I'm sure that there are things spiritual that causes psychological effects, but we can talk about that later. Right now, we got about an hour's worth of chats we got to go through here. Iron Man said quite a while ago, I rolled that parasite up. Then Oscar said, GD aliens. Then Iron Man Bill says, I had a parasite, then I ate a pie, then I ate a pie, then I ate a pie. Sung to the tune of, and then I got high. Let's see, Tommy Boy is out there. He says, what's up, fellas? And then, of course, Iron Man says, speaking of parasites, Tommy just entered the chat. And, of course, Tom sends a laughing so hard he's crying icon meme thing. Traveler 5e has joined us and said, bada bing. Nice to see you, Traveler. Iron Man says, elder socks walk around by themselves. Yeah, I seriously, sometimes I think if I don't have a wife to nag me about that stuff, it might very well be true. Might be wearing the same socks that I've worn for the past, 2 decades. But yeah, she.
Are you saying if you didn't have a wife, you'd have a very low sock drawer?
Yeah, I'd have a pretty stinky sock drawer probably with lots of holes in them. Yeah. Although I normally do that if I put a hole in a sock, I usually I get new socks.
We only do it like 3 times a week or something.
You can't walk around with holes.
Oh, okay.
And then Bill says, think if you're weak-minded, do you believe that kind of silliness? And then he says, Angus Bong. It's a good name. That's a good role-playing name. I got to remember that one. That's pretty good. Angus Bong.
Angus Bomb?
Bong, B-O-N-G.
Uh-oh.
Like the thing that you smoke weed with.
That's a powerful bong.
Yeah, Angus Bong.
Smoking
He's like
beef.
he's a bard. Yeah.
That'd be actually a good name for a grill. Like if I had a grill company, it's like our
yeah.
premium grill is Angus Bong. It's like, oh, you're smoking meat. That's a pun.
It's a smoker, yeah.
Yeah, see, that would be a good Angus Bong.
I like that. That is good.
Especially if you're a different kind of grill company.
Yeah, if you're making
like
grills like Paul Wall.
Grill for your teeth. I guess that kind of fell away. People don't really do that anymore, do they? Grills for your teeth.
No, that was back
Traveler
in
5e.
Yeah,
Sorry, getting all choked up. Traveler 5e says, Stormbringer, Elric of Melibonian sword. I've already got one. Well, there you go. Mythical swords.
Stand.
It's what's called Elric is it's a fictional book, fantasy book, and Stormbringer is his sword, the magical sword.
Oh,
yeah. I'm like, the guy that does like local color on football games and stuff. I feel like I'm the guy that does nerd color. I don't know what that is. Let's ask Ted.
I like to nerd out.
Cool. Word. The word is nerd. Iron Man says, no, I don't believe in that. It'd be like giving a piece of wood some special properties when it just sits on a wall. Well, yeah. I mean,
what do you guys think about like the magical chalice? I mean, not the chalice. What's that thing called?
Let's face it.
Chastity belt.
Oh, geez. I thought you were going to say Holy Grail. I thought you were going to mention the Holy Grail when you said chalice.
No, yeah, I was thinking, no, there's like a magical chastity belt.
Yeah, and what does it do?
Keeps you chaste.
I don't think that's magic. Let's see. Traveler 5e says, I love the parasites. Parasites. That's good. Little dad puns. Dad humor. I love it. Oscar says
different.
What's that?
I was thinking something different, like websites, place location sites, and then it's a parasite.
Oh, that's pretty good too. A parasite, yeah.
Keep him coming.
He said Paris sites.
Oh,
yeah.
Paris.
Paris sites, yeah, the two S's, but
yeah, that's good too.
I like parasite sites, yeah. What? So we got Oscar, and he says, "Do kidnapping creature." So he's sort of like the Krampus. He comes around, he stuffs kids in his bag. You said
they kind of like cracking us?
Krampus, the bad guy,
Santa
bad
Claus.
Santa Claus. But I don't know. Yeah, I looked it up. I looked up do creature. I mean, I don't know if I should. No, I don't want to look that up. Never mind. Okay. I don't want to look up do kidnapping creature because I don't know what that's going to pull up on my laptop.
Well, for those who want to look at it, it's kidnapcreature.com/fetish.
Yeah.
You
.org.
You definitely need a VPN. Host, get him a VPN. Will you?
US.
I got so many viruses. I think I actually got parasites on my computer.
I think Jamie could probably hook you up with a VPN. You should let him install a VPN on your computer.
Yeah. He already did.
You got the pipeline then?
Mm-hmm.
You got a direct pipeline.
Yeah, he put it right in my hard drive.
Yeah, squeeze that bandwidth.
Oh, got those cylinders spinning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
You got the psilocybin.
Oh, that sounds like a mythological feature.
Oscar says it's very poor region. Have that in mind. So I guess it's not really a creature. It's probably someone stealing kids and eating them.
Whoa.
Iron Man says it's Mother Nature because they considered the rain sperm. And then he says, looks like Jimothy.
Jimothy?
Jimothy. Do you guys know who Jimothy is?
I know Jiminy Cricket.
No,
Jimothy
look it up on the
Cricket.
internet. She got there. Just do a
Jethro
search
the
on
Cricket?
Jimothy.
Look it up on the internet. You got there.
Jimothy.
Jethro the Cricket. He eats all your
Yeah.
grass.
It'll be interesting. Oscar says spermology. Tommy says, why are we looking at Iron Man's cousins? Then Traveler says, Shart Vader. Not in that armor, man. That would really sink. And then Oscar says, hi, Tommy. Iron Man says, wish my cousins were that cool. Tommy says, damn, I got to go again. Hello. Maybe he's saying alas, but hello, Oscar. Tommy, at least we know you're alive, which is good. But yeah, hopefully we'll talk to you in the future. Oscar says, LOL, I had such a hot, never mind. And then Oscar says, okie dokie. Iron Man Bill says, what if dog really spelled cat? Traveler 5e says, the image of Cthulhu has a bad vibe. Try not to handle it with bare hands. Oh, right. Yeah. If you actually see it.
So I looked up Jimothy, and apparently it's a handicapped raccoon.
Yep, you got it. All the rage on the internet right now.
What's going on here?
Everything's Jimothy.
Yeah.
I think he's a symbol. He's a symbol for people just dealing with their deformities or their handicaps or whatever it is, their challenges, and just living life. Because that's what Jimothy does. He's just a raccoon. He doesn't know any better. He just, he's got these weird legs and he's walking around strange, but he doesn't care. He's a raccoon.
So we need a deity to make us connected when we have deformities?
Yeah. I'm not saying deformity. I maybe it's another word I should have used. I don't know, but
yeah, guys, Elder has nothing wrong with deformed people, okay?
No.
Sorry, I just want to make sure that
I'm glad you cleared that up because yeah,
yeah, he doesn't hate handicapped people.
I'm not hating on anybody.
Not,
I'm too old to be hating on people. It takes too much energy.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not hating on anybody.
Yeah. Like, you guys are wrong about MAGA people and Trump supporters and stuff, okay?
My hat's green, not red, just so you know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not saying you're a MAGA supporter either. I'm just saying,
yeah, you can't be accusing people of that, just so you know.
Yeah, anyway, Elder is great. He's really good with kids. Not saying that he's like really good with kids like that. I'm just saying he has nothing against handicapped people. He's not a MAGA supporter. Sorry, Elder, go ahead.
I don't support anybody.
Yeah, he doesn't look up to nobody. He's a blind kid.
You support your family?
I support no one. I mean, politically, I support no one.
Okay.
Yeah. Right about now would be good for the toilet flush sound because that's pretty much the way I feel about politics.
So you're an apologist?
There it is. That's what I think about politics. All right. Iron Man says, will gloves shield you? And I guess he was mentioning Traveler 5e mentioning the image of Cthulhu has a bad vibe. Try not to handle it with bare hands. And I guess Iron Man's wondering if gloves will shield you from the bad vibes. Oscar says, see guys on a chat, which I used to cruise on before. There was a heavy music lover also. I thought it is a bot, maybe. So many heavy music lovers, maybe. I mean, heavy music, especially heavy metal, that's a pretty popular music genre. It's been for years, and it's still pretty popular.
Well, heavy metal has a lot of elements, and it can weigh you down. So maybe you need light metal?
Yeah, a little light metal. I don't know exactly who would that be, light metal. I'll have to figure that out.
I found Jimothy the handicapped raccoon.
Do you feel inspired?
What am I looking at? This was my first time seeing Jimothy.
It's a mythological
and
creature.
Yeah,
initially
some
thought
people
that
might
he
think
was
it's a
cat.
what do you call it? A
He's
cryptid.
trying to wipe himself. He can't even reach.
Yeah.
Unproportional.
Unproportional is the word.
But he is an internet sensation, man. He's oh, look at that. Rolling around, popping up. He's just enjoying life as a raccoon.
Yeah.
Boy, if only the rest of us could be that
Okay. It's called lesbian seagull.
What?
She flies so gracefully.
I can't see. Does that say Sebastian the Seagull?
Lesbian
No, it
seagull.
says lesbian seagull.
Is that scene on
People probably thought I was doing something.
probably.
Is that what
No,
show
I'm
is
trying
that? Is
to,
that
Can you hear it loud enough, Elder?
I can hear it, but not. It's not very loud. But
There way you can turn it up.
I gotta put my glasses on. I can't see.
is that what do you
he's
call
singing
it?
a song.
The propane?
He's like, fly high, lesbian seagull.
Bobby, it's propane, Bobby. Propane.
Go ahead.
Hank Hill.
Lesbian seagull.
Here we go.
Settle down and rest with me. Fly high, lesbian seagull.
That's him! He's their teacher. Yeah.
What's going on here?
I'll ask the questions. Are these your students?
I assume you're a
you just
government
go ahead.
agent. I would think you would know there's something in this country called due process, okay?
That's about the kind of talk I'd expect from the guy who taught these two. Take this scum away.
I believe I'm supposed to be read my Miranda rights. Now, if
I always knew they were no good.
That's right. And enjoy.
What's going on here? Anyway, back to handicapped raccoons.
Back to the chat.
Yeah. Back to the chats and handicapped raccoons.
What's going on here?
The fantastic. Bill says the Fantastic Four really should have been called the Mediocre Three. They were overachievers. Yeah, there was. Man, just because Pedro Pascal is like really a hot actor right now and everybody wants him, he was not the right person to play Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. Bad choice, really bad choice. Just not the right person for that role. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox here. Oscar says, because I was online like all the time. And then Traveler says, are you the librarian, keeper of the lost and forbidden objects of power? Yeah, that was that was a TV series, right? The Librarian. And there was another one called Friday the 13th where they were trying to gather up cursed items and put it in a vault so that they wouldn't affect people. That was another one. I think my cat is possessed. Let's see. And Oscar says, what if? And then Traveler 5e says, some objects are imbued with power, like my taser. I guess you can't argue that.
That's true.
Oscar says, I had to make legit accounts to prevent losing access. Traveler says, what's the gravy? Oscar says, wasp. Traveler says, it's a knick-knack, patty black, give the frog alone. Where do we go from there? Stupid thing. All the way down. Cut me a break. Oh, jeez.
You want me to take it from here while you're finding this place?
No, I got it. I'm back. Just annoys me. Stupid wheel.
You want to read
Oscar
it
says,
together?
or check.
Or check?
Yeah. SCP, yeah. Or check SCP Able. Or this wooden figure. One which was in Rothschild's possession. Is everything okay?
If my memory is all right.
What is it?
I figured... What?
What?
I figured we could read it together.
Oh, I see.
We can read the next one together if you want.
Real or not, very interesting stories. Yeah, you missed it.
Oh, that's dirty. That's real dirty.
By the way, if you guys have never seen the SCP, Secure, Contain, Protect, that is a cool. It started out as just a writing project on a web server somewhere where people started just writing these weird objects that this imaginary organization called the SCP would collect, and they would lock them away. And they started numbering these objects, and people would write stories about them and what they do. And it's grown into a really big, I mean, there's like books about it. There's role-playing game based on it. There's shorts on YouTube that you can go find. It's really kind of a cool concept about cursed items. So if you wanted to, get into the whole cursed item thing.
I've seen those too. This is very old. It's been around for a while, but
it has. Yep, it's really grown.
It's kind of like a backrooms kind of thing, but with objects and sometimes creatures.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely. And apparently they have like one of them's called Abel. But anyway, that's a rabbit hole. You start going down the SCP rabbit hole, you'll be gone for days. Traveler says if you touch the terminals of a fresh 9-volt battery to your tongue, you can tap into the energies of an alternate dimension. All right, we'll do the next one slow so we can both. So Oscar says, you ready?
Yep. Corn is very evil.
Okay, then Traveler says,
is corn evil?
Corn evil? It depends from where you extracted it. We're never going to get through these before 7 p.m. Oscar says, like it was the first thing mentioned in GMO topics, then that's a fact.
People are going to think there's a delay.
Oh, you guys. Iron Man says this kid Arnold strangled his I told this joke the other day to someone. This kid Arnold strangled his 3 family members over a loan. In the paper it said Artie chokes 3 for $1.
3 for $1. His name is Artie. Ha ha ha! I get it.
Choked
ha ha
3
ha!
For $1.
Ha ha ha! That's pretty funny.
I Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
Let me cross my legs here.
Real funny, Ted Bundy.
Yeah. Traveler says the one all the women liked. You mean Anthony Fauci?
Fauci.
Yeah, Fauci. No kidding. There was a person that said to me during the pandemic, oh, Anthony Fauci, Dr. Fauci, I love him. I'm like, I wonder how you feel about him now.
Yeah, that guy was the big cheese back in the day.
Yeah.
Especially with HIV virus back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm. Especially with the HIV. Yeah, you already said that.
No. He needs to be rotting on the inside of a cell somewhere.
The living echo.
Monsanto.
I just know
Oscar
women were taking their masks off for the guy.
Mask offs for the guy.
No, they were putting them on for him. They were double masking, triple masking.
Yeah, they were using triple protection because of him.
That's right. They were double bagging it. So Oscar says Monsanto was trying or made it. I did read years ago they are manufacturing it in a way that it's collecting petroleum derivatives from soil. And then you eat it. About the corn. Oh, yeah, Monsanto and the GMO corn. Yeah, the only thing I heard about that is they have a genetic marker in it that you specifically buy their corn with their genetic marker. Now, if some of that corn, I guess the seeds or however, propagates, if it gets on someone else's land and it grows, Monsanto can check and see if they have that genetic marker. And if it does, you have to pay them because it's a copyrighted genetic code. Yeah. Anybody, I'm telling you, they sit around. They must do copious amounts of drugs and then figure out how to screw people out of money. These corporations.
They
I'm telling
just
you.
play Risk really well.
Yeah, I guess. Traveler 5e says, no, blessings and curses are not in objects. Superstitious nonsense.
Well, you
Well,
must,
that's
you
kind
must
of
not be very religious.
that's kind of what I was saying. I mean, but
I feel like superstition would be like a.
like Stevie Wonder.
It's like a religion with no system. Like there's no structure or nothing. There's no gods or goddesses
like
or
walking
angels
under a
or nothing.
ladder, having a black cat cross your
think-
path.
I
Yeah,
think
it's just
superstitions-
purely.
Are rituals. Like when
Yeah.
you practice
Well,
something because you
sometimes.
think something's going to happen.
Like throwing
Like
gold
rice
over your
over
shoulder.
Yeah.
Salt over your shoulder.
It's like some
if you
kind of
spill salt.
ritual.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about. I was talking about like objects. Like they don't do it. You didn't do anything.
Like throwing gold over your shoulder to make it cold or
Right.
something.
I would think that's superstitious. Or put
Yeah.
my foot in a bucket.
Yeah, there's no rhyme, or you knock on
Don't kick
wood.
the bucket.
Mhm.
It's just random stuff that
Knocking
has
on
no
wood, yeah.
meaning.
Don't step in a crack. You'll break your mama's back.
You can jinx things.
I'm
Right,
talking more
yeah.
like if there's such thing as anything spiritual at all, and I'm using that word in a very broad phrase. Is a spiritual? Well, just saying it's a broad phrase.
You know how many times, because I have the numbers 888 on my hand, when
Yeah.
I was driving the taxi cab in New York, and people would be like, "Oh, what do those numbers mean? Those are my angel numbers." And I would always ask, "So, okay, you believe in angels?" "Well, I don't know." It's like, okay. Then they're like, "Well, I just see those numbers all over the place, 888, or I see 2323, or I see 555 or something." And then I always ask, "Well, why? So something's trying to reach out to you, or what? Like, why are you seeing this?" "Yeah, it seems like the universe is trying to tell me something." I'm like, So what do you? Okay.
The universe is
What do you
is
do with that?
gossiping.
Yeah, it's like, what's the universe trying to tell you?
Is
And
there
then,
the chit chatting?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then they're like, well, maybe, yeah, well, I mean, they're calling them angel numbers for a reason. So, yeah, maybe the angels are trying to show me these numbers because trying to warn me of something or tell me not to do something or to do something. I'm like, well, why don't you just ask the angel then? Like, if you're talking
Yeah.
angels, just ask the angel. Talk to me then. I'm listening now. You get yourself a planchette. They actually have Holy Spirit Ouija boards too now. You can get off Amazon. We've known about this. We've talked about it, seen it, covered it. We aren't farmers, but you could do it right now. You can talk to the Holy Spirit.
Talking to deities.
I
You
got
talk-
to call BS on that, man.
No, it's actually HS, but thank you. It's an HS board. And
Puffin
you
stuff?
can Holy Spirit.
Is that HS or HR?
False teachers, man. Beware
Spirit.
false
HR
teachers.
puffin stuff.
H Spirit.
It's something. I can't. What's his abbreviation? HR puffin stuff.
Yeah,
Some
HR
stuff.
puffin stuff.
It's HR.
Yeah.
House
Yeah,
resolution.
HR.
Yeah.
I wonder what that stands for.
Hit me
Well,
raw. I don't know.
Oh my, whoa. Oh,
Whoa.
whoa.
I thought it was going to
Hit me wrong. I don't know.
be house resolution. Every time I see the
Whoa.
word HR, I was like a house resolution. But yeah, I use puffin stuff, so
Human
probably
resources.
hitting it raw
Yeah,
or something.
GetYouRight.com.
I don't know.
Yes, I know.
So Iron Man says
Like a
the
shot in the wind.
elites believe in the old world gods. Like Cthulhu, I guess.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. I just read it.
Yeah. And then Iron Man Bill sent a gold coin to us so we could toss it over our shoulder.
Sweet.
Traveler says, if I have a flask of holy water, how much do I have to add to a gallon of simple water to make it a gallon of holy water? Or does the regular water beat holy water? Wow.
I think it's 1/12.
I don't know, but you shouldn't mess around with vampires if you're wondering about the strength of your holy water. Better be careful.
Well, again, this is like a materialistic modernization, but like I'm thinking like ancient times they'd pass down like samurai swords and they believed that possessed the power of this prominent samurai, and it was given as a very honorable thing to a very next prominent person, and they believe it had the power of the old samurai or Alexander Great's shield.
And if you keep passing that down, it gathers more and more strength.
And they believe that
Shroud of Turin or something.
Yeah. These roads. But I'm just trying to keep it like in the phrase that it's not that there's some kind of superstition about it. It's because the person who possessed it gave it its essence.
But see, that sounds like religious talk to me.
Yeah, but
that doesn't sound like superstition.
Right, that's what I'm trying to say. Superstition in my mind is just a ritual, like you're practicing like this game code, like left, right, up, down, B, B, right, or something. It's like some kind of like cheat code or something.
You're
That's what I would think
imbuing
of
it with
superstition.
meaning more than anything, right? Like it's not just a sword; it's a sword who belonged to.
Right, there's like an essence.
Someone who's very
from this person, like
it,
Alexander the Great
warrior.
Conquered everything. He had this sword, and now it has its essence. And so now you having it has also the essence of this sword. You can't be Alexander the Great, but you might have the essence of this sword.
Yeah, it's not like some black cat walks up to you.
Right, no, there's a physical thing, and it's not because of you or what you do. It's actually the thing.
It was just wielded by a person who was very famous in history, and I get it.
So that's what I'm trying to delineate. It's not like some ritualistic superstition. Like, I just want to believe this rock is special, so I feel that it's special. It's actually because it was from a special person, and this special person is very famous, unique, mythological human. And
but this all ties into that ancient ancestral veneration stuff.
Right, sure, of course. But this is what I'm saying is very common, and we still practice things like this today. Like when my grandpa would give me something or somebody's, then you feel this like essence that I may be able to possess the same qualities or blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
you'll notice it has meaning for you, but if that object was given to someone else, it would have no meaning to them. But it means something to you because it's connected to your
And the larger the person is, like somebody like Alexander the Great, which everybody knows, now everybody thinks anybody who gets it would have this essence.
Well, you think about people are they're collectors of like even like celebrities that have had different objects or movie props. It's a good example. Like, I own an actual phaser that was used on the original Star Trek, and that kind of like has like it's just a prop, but at the same time, it like has sort of I guess this value that's imparted to it because of the rarity and what it is. But it's only going to be special among other collectors and people who are fans of Star Trek. It's not going to mean anything to anybody who isn't, right? So
that might be a different category altogether.
That sounds like a collector's item.
Yeah, because what you're doing, like it's only special because it's rare.
Like I got a signed autographed jersey or something.
Yeah, it's not like George Lucas actually, huh?
Well, wait a second. You don't think that the other objects we're talking about are rare as well?
Well, they are. I think what Host is saying though is like, this is your grandfather's watch or something. He wore it all day, every day, and then he passed away, and now this watch has something attached to it or whatever. Yeah. It's a little different than, let's say, if your grandpa played in a movie and he had a watch still, the same watch, but he also played in the movie and he got to hold Darth Vader's sword. And he got to play around with Darth Vader's sword. And then all of a sudden you get that sword. It's not like it's connected to your grandpa as much as it's connected to Darth Vader himself, if you know what I mean. Like you're not holding your grandpa's sword anymore. You're holding Darth Vader's sword.
Now the actor who played Darth Vader, if you got his watch,
David Prowse,
that's what I'm talking about. Like the person itself is what's unique, not what they played as a caricature. It's the person, and then you get that person's personal item that they thought was sacred. They wore every day, they wore a hat every day, or they had a gun that they
I was going to say
gun.
If William Shatner had used that phaser, that was the phaser he used as a prop during all those years of Star Trek, then that would be a special phaser.
But see, that's
because
I would call that
William
that would
Shatner's
be a
using it.
theatrical collection. Now, if you got
Yeah.
William Shatner's like glove, and he always wore this glove, it was his personal glove. That would be getting the essence of William Shatner.
Yeah, I think it has to be personal,
Personal.
like and special to
Right.
William Shatner himself.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. It's something personal.
I see the delineation you're making, but
because
I
now
think,
you get
again,
the
it all has
essence
to
of
do
the
with
person.
perception.
Because that actor could have been hundreds of films, but those films are just films. Now that person, though, is what was special about the film, not the film itself. So you're trying to get the essence of the actor or
I
the
get
warrior.
I get
or
what you're
whatever.
saying, but I don't know. As a alpha nerd, I'd
Right, I get it.
So
but I
here's
call
a-
those
here's another
collectors.
it would be
example.
pretty damn special if I was able to get something like that.
Here's
like
another.
Darth Vader's actual lightsaber.
Here's another example. So Elder, you're working at McDonald's. If you work
How'd
at
you know that?
McDonald's right now and then you die, and
At McDonald's?
yeah, you die at McDonald's.
All right.
And and somebody gives me your McDonald's uniform, that's not the same as if somebody gave me your glasses that you're wearing right now. Like your uniform, that was because you worked at McDonald's, it wasn't special to you at all. It was just something you had to wear.
Huh.
But your glasses is something you've worn for many, many years. They're special. You always had them. You think about them all the time. You meditate on your glasses a lot. I can't forget my glasses. There's something that was dear to you.
Now, like me, I have a jersey that I've had since I was a teenager, and I still have it.
Wow.
And
that's pretty good.
And I think there was something protective about it, and for whatever reasons that I'm not going to go to. But then I
Cool.
pass that on to somebody. It would be like me believing that I'm giving them something special that maybe protects them, because it
Sure.
protected me.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Well, it
It's
seems
very
obvious to me
personal.
that, yeah, it seems obvious to me that colleague would like my glasses after I pass on. So I'll make sure I update my will so that when I pass on, we're going to send you my glasses.
Praise God.
But something different would be this hat. I wear this hat all the time on the show, but it's not special to me. It's for the show. Now, some people who watch the show, they'd be like, oh, it'd be cool if I could have host's hat. But that's not what I'm talking. This would be like a collector's item. But if I would give you this like treasured jersey that I have because I believe it protected me, that would
Then
be
it
something
does boil
different.
down to perception then, basically.
Yeah, but it's passed down because of the person. The person is what's the essence, not so much what their caricature was.
Well, we could agree to disagree with that. I mean, if the perception is that an object is special to that person, to someone, like, then that's the amount of special that it is. I've had friends spend a lot of time building things for me. And like there's a friend who did a model of a truck and painted it amazingly. I had another friend that built 3D printed and built a gun from Warhammer 40K full size. Those things mean a lot to me. Like, I treasure those things because someone sat and put time into making them, thinking of me and knowing that I would enjoy having them, but they put effort into it. So those things to me have value. Like, I would not want to lose them or give them away, or
But
like,
do you believe
I
they
value
have
them.
power?
They don't have power.
Right, they have value,
sentiment-
and that's what
like,
I'd call
they
a
have meaning
collector's
to it
item.
for
It's
me,
valuable.
but no power. No.
Right, I'm talking about power. Like good power, bad power, curse, bless, whatever you want to call it. There's
Yeah, I don't
something
think I can go that
mythologically
far.
special about objects, certain objects. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
not saying
think
it's
there's
universal, but
Yeah.
there could be prominent objects that could have certain essences.
I think
I
this is
think
pretty easily
there's
seen in those Hollywood scary movies with what are they called, the Winchesters or whatever, the Westchesters. I can't remember what they're called. There's like this man, this woman who went around expelling demons from people's homes and objects and people themselves, and then they would collect all the relics and put them in some locked closet door or something. I can't remember. I'm sure you guys know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
No.
No?
No.
Oh. It's a Wardens. I think it's coming to me, Wardens or something. The Wardens family. Somebody in the chats can put it in there. if they want. Anyway, I'm sure you guys know what something Warrens, and the same concept. They were gathering these relics, and they didn't gather any Star Wars relics. Like, of all these relics, none of them are from TV shows or
movies. Again, you're talking about fantasy, so there could be a cursed item that maybe was on a movie set and someone wound up dying, and they had this object, and then the object got passed down to someone else, and they wound up dying with it, and quote, it's a cursed item now, But that's all fantasy anyway. I mean, even the movies, when they talk about this stuff, like I was saying, these different shows, like about the Lost Room and Friday the 13th, and Warehouse 13 was another good TV show where there's these objects imbued with power. It's an interesting concept of fantasy, thinking about that, but I don't think it's real.
There's stuff in the like Host was bringing up. There's a lot of things in the Christian Bible, relics.
All religious texts. Doesn't matter if it's the Hindu religion, Buddhism religion,
I know,
Islam.
but specifically the Christian Bible, the Old Testament and New Testament both have these relic things that produce sometimes bad, sometimes good results. An object carries some kind of, it's almost like some kind of essence, charge or something.
I call it essence.
I don't think that's it's so much as it's representative of something. So like if, I mean, maybe like Noah's staff, not Noah, Moses' staff, when he cast it down and it turned into a snake. Now, if you knew specifically that it was Moses' staff and you could have that staff, I mean, I don't know if you would think it's magical or has power in it, but the fact that it actually was carried by Moses, I think just that in of itself would mean a lot,
Well, think about when Moses died and they put his staff in this Ark of the Covenant, and they carried this thing around with them, and there was victories everywhere they went, according to the biblical account.
Right.
The staff and those 10 Commandment, those tablets, and this jar of manna was inside this box called the Ark of the Covenant. And they carried this thing around the battles, and it would allow them to win the battles. And not only that, you see later on, Elisha has a staff as well, the prophet, and he sends his staff to go heal a young boy who died. It was just a staff. And he gave his staff to his servant to go give to that little boy, and he told him to put that staff on top of the little boy.
It's symbolic. It's not the staff that was doing the healing. It was just a symbol of healing.
Well, then
I think that's what these things are. I think they're symbols of, an extraordinary power, but I don't think the thing itself is doing it.
You have negative instances, too, where the Egyptian guy had a bunch of gold and silver and all this stuff. And he also had leprosy.
Right.
And because this one was Elijah's servant.
Right.
Takes that stuff, and he gets the same curse as this Egyptian guy.
Uh-huh.
So, the same instance. And and the host already pointed out in the New Testament, there's that Paul and his handkerchief type thing going on.
Yeah, I think it's symbolic, though. I mean, the coins didn't give that man leprosy. I mean, I guess theoretically, if the original owner had leprosy and he touched the gold and then the other man touched it, he could have medically transferred the leprosy.
Well, no one else.
To him, but
none of the Egyptian servants got leprosy from handling the stuff. But this one guy did because
God.
The Elijah's servant wasn't supposed to take the gold. And Elijah told him not to, but he did anyway. But nobody else got it except this one guy who disobeyed. So he got this curse.
That would show me even more that it was a divine power doing it. So
connected to an object, right?
Yeah, but it's not the object itself that's doing it. It's the representation. In other words, don't take the gold. You took the gold. Now you have leprosy. The gold
I don't think anybody. I don't think host
God gave him leprosy because he disobeyed and took the gold.
I don't think anybody's saying that the object itself is what's hurting somebody. Like, it's not that an object has any power in itself. It's just
Well, I think that's what Host was saying, the intrinsic power of
No,
something.
I'm saying
guess
that
I don't know.
I'm saying it's the essence. Like, think about something simple as science. What is energy? Like, when I turn on a flashlight,
nobody knows the answer to that.
that's why I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
When I turn on a flashlight, in your mind, you think, oh, it's got batteries, it's projecting a photon and all this other stuff. It's like,
Right.
what
The energy
what is
in the
energy?
batteries being transferred to
Yeah,
the
what
bulb.
is
the bulbs.
energy?
Yeah.
What is it?
Potential. I mean,
Yeah, you don't know. But somehow you can trap this unknown thing inside a battery through a process. And then that energy gets transversed into activating other things. And then it's being able to go out, and then it disperses the energy when it interacts with electrons. That's why when you shoot a photon through a flashlight, it can't go on forever because it's interacting with the electrons, which loses its dispersion of energy. But you don't see any of this. You just see this byproduct, but somehow you're shooting energy.
yeah.
But you don't even know what energy is.
Right.
And yet we possess energy as people. And
Yeah.
then this energy can get stored into objects like a flashlight. And then we use it and we just think, oh, that's science. But in some essence, it's like you don't even know what energy is. But you're transversing this energy and you're just saying, oh, that's science. But you can't even tell me what energy is. So what happens if this energy gets transversed into a sword or into an object? And why not?
Well, it is interesting that you could take a magnet and rub it on a piece of metal or a
Right, you're
sword.
transversing energy.
Yeah.
Right. But you don't know
it's
what
all
this,
invisible. You
right.
can't see it. but
Like, we
yeah.
can explain magnetic fields, we can explain all the technicality, but you can't tell me what energy is
Like
itself.
if you
of
rub
its
So
essence.
even if you could say that these objects were imbued with energy, what is that energy doing? I guess is my question.
Right, but what is the essence of energy? What is energy? Nobody can explain that. We know we can see the byproduct, but nobody knows what energy is itself, the essence of energy. Even in science, we can't explain that answer. Like, what's the essence of energy? But we have the ability, you call it alchemy, you can call it science, you can call it whatever, to take energy, put it inside of an object, and then use it.
Witchcraft, I tell you, witchcraft.
I'm just saying, I think our modern mindset makes us think that it's something different. But energy is everywhere. You can go on a quantum level, you can get on a classical level. Energy is everywhere. And that energy is able to be transversed into objects. And then we use it. And somehow we just call it science, but we don't know the essence of energy.
Oh, the Eastern Orthodox do.
And this is coming from somebody that's very scientific and logical. So that's why I'm saying this is very third base. But
Well, the Eastern Orthodox talk about energy and divine essence and all that too.
that's something that's always, energy is always a perplexing thing. Anyway,
Energos.
I think about it because I always think it's interesting that everybody hates bad objects. Even if you don't believe in any of this, if I told you that this object was something that somebody was worshiping Satan or offered to a blood sacrifice, you wouldn't want it in your house. And it's not because of anything other than I don't want that. I don't like that. And I'm going to ask why. What's different than that if it's a valuable object than something that's neutral? There's something inherent. People just don't want to be around that thing because of what it was connected to. And I'm like, why? Do you feel something? Do you feel some kind of bad energy? I don't know what you want to call it, but you don't like it. Because it's connected to something that you feel like I don't want to be associated with.
Are you saying like non-religious, non-superstitious people?
Yeah.
Like people that are a little stitious, but they're not
It
superstitious?
could be an atheist. And there's going to be a group of atheists that still just don't want something like that. And they can't really tell me why other than I don't want anything connected to me that is connected to that.
Or even non-theists.
Sure. There's just something about that. But when it comes to good things, that's when everybody starts calling it superstition. But when it comes to bad things, everybody's like, no, get that junk away from me. That's the only reason I was thinking about it. There's something about, it's obvious people don't want to be associated with something connected to bad things. But if all this is fake and fugazi, why do you care? I mean, Hitler's gun should be a collector's item to all of us. But most people don't want Hitler's gun. It's because it's who it's connected to.
Yeah, but if it's the one he committed suicide with, oh.
No, it's the one that he was going around maybe shooting a bunch of Jews with.
Oh.
But you wouldn't want that, would you?
No.
So I'd say there's something weird about things that are connected to people that we don't want to be associated with.
Yeah. Well, there's
But it
always
should be
that little
neutral.
superstition in us, I guess, even when you're, lizard brain thing. I don't know. Anyway, let's jump back to the chat real quick. There's a lot going on, and Noah and David Zerm have joined us, so I just want to get some of their stuff out of here. David Zerm says, did you guys talk about the Nepali floods and how China allegedly blew up the glacier?
How China what?
Well, there have been terrible floods in Naples.
Oh, yeah, I saw something about that.
Yeah. And it caused terrible floods. And Nepal and India. So apparently what David Zerm is saying is China allegedly blew up a glacier. And when they blew up the glacier, that caused the melt and the flooding. That's the first I've heard about it, but it looks like something interesting to look up. And then Noah Cloud, welcome. He waves and says, "What's up? We talking hocus pocus?" ? And then Iron Man says, "There's a special sink to pour unused holy water down that goes right into the earth and doesn't mix with the sewage." I wasn't aware of that. That sounds like a very Catholic thing. Noah says, "What about the holy crap?" Noah says,
I
"How
guess
much
it depends
holy
who
water?"
pooped.
Well, here it is. He says, "How much holy water makes poop effective against vampires?"
I guess it depends.
You get a monkey to fling holy poop at vampires, and you have a perfect weapon.
Yeah,
there.
like if you had vampire poop, that's probably worth a lot of money.
Yeah, that's true. But they don't eat, so they don't poop.
At least that's what we think. We don't know.
Yeah. Bill says it's not blessed. Go pray to your eagle forefathers and canyon-like grandma. That was weird. And Noah says, LOL. Then Bill says, "Oh, sacred spirit of the sky, oh eagle eye, give me the alcoholic strength of my forefathers to open casinos." Oof. And he says, Indians go to church in a mobile home. And then Noah Cloud says, "The heirloom stuff does, and objects you use a lot, does absorb some of your juju. We bury clothing and personal stuff when people die." Bill says, "Everyone on the planet thinks Jesus is serious enough to burn churches and kill people. Indians, stay drunk." Traveler says, "I think you were looking for William Shatner's toupee." Noah says, "I'm going to take your #1 badge, Bill." And Bill says, "Too late today." Then Noah says, "Game over." Then Traveler says, "Host's hat makes me think of the riders on the short bus." Wow.
I respect that.
Okay. Then he says, "Items have no power, no essence, no juju, nothing but natural substance, simple molecular material." Noah says, "Man, you watch that much Supernatural?" That's what I was thinking of when you were talking about the people, the two brothers, the Winchesters, who go around and battle all kinds of supernatural.
I've never
menaces.
seen that show, and I tried. Me and my wife tried to watch it many years ago, and we're like, "This is dumb. It's just not for us." But no, it's a movie. The one I was talking about, it's called The Warrens or something. It's
they have it. It's someone mentions it down a little bit further, so I wanted to get to it. Yeah. Traveler 5e says, "Nope, no objects of power in the Bible."
No what in the Bible?
No objects of power in the Bible. So, Noah Cloud says, "Molecules are affected by the quantum. The more you interact with something, it picks up some of your quantum energy. Everything is explainable scientifically, same concepts, different terminology. So the idea of quantum entanglement, I guess. Iron Man says the Jews couldn't even listen to Moses. They have to do satanic crap even to this day. Traveler says you guys are confusing Raiders of the Lost Ark plot lines with scripture. Iron Man says gold is natural and microbial, so you couldn't even transfer that. Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. And then let's see. We raided a recreation area one time. It was Raiders of the Park. Is this thing on? Raiders of the Lost Park. Lords says, what is energy? Everything is energy, but what is it? And then Traveler says, host is making me think that he believes wood is magnetic. I don't know where that came from. Iron Man says, I rubbed my nuts on my dog and she stuck to the wall. And then Noah has a few things here. I'll just go right through them. Everything has a magnetic field. Iron magnets are different. Mercury is like a gold magnet. Is religion suspension? Superstition. Oh, is religion superstition? Gonna fight Bill for it. And then Traveler says E equals MC squared. Noah says grok. Tell me what it means. And then Bill says Einstein was a fraud. Jeez, he had to bring it up. Small hat thief who worked in a patent office. And then Traveler says wood lacks magnetic domains, so not considered magnetic. And finally, oh, look who pops up. None other than King James. Here, what did I miss? Everything. Go back to sleep. That is the end of the chats. And there we are, 9 minutes to go. And Chelsea's Coffee Company, The Conjuring movies with Ed and Lorraine Warren. There you go.
That's what it was.
Why did that not pop up before? That's weird. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. Well, welcome, Chelsea. Yeah.
She was here earlier when I was reading the comments when you were gone.
Oh, okay.
She was here. But yeah. The Conjuring movies, that's what it's called. Ed and Lorraine Warren. And they go and it's based the movies are based on true stories where they would this couple, Ed and Lorraine Warren, they were like this Baptist believing couple who would go around and cast out demons out of people's houses and objects.
Baptists.
And what's that?
Those wacky Baptists.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people were delivered. And they would take the bad relics out of their houses that they would go to, and they would put them all into their own home. So they had in their own home, Ed and Lorraine's home had all of these bad relics from all these horrible demonic places, which I thought was kind of crazy, you know.
Yeah, I would have destroyed them if that were the case.
Right. Well, they believed, according to the documentaries and the movies, the documentaries said that they believed that these objects kind of captured the spirits. Like it's almost like Ghostbusters.
Where, right. Yeah.
You know, there's these
inhabit. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you inhabit like this toy monkey, then you're stuck in there, and you can't leave for whatever reason. I guess in their belief, so you're just stuck there. Now, I don't know how they explain all that theologically, but anyway, that's the idea.
Well, they might have embellished for the sake of Hollywood too.
Well, yeah, that's the movies. I'm talking about in the documentary
Oh.
There's a bunch of documentaries because there is a lot of. There's even some video evidence of some chairs moving and some weird stuff. This is way before AI. It's all like VHS recording stuff.
Interesting.
It's a lot harder to doctor this stuff. I mean, it's still doable, but it's a lot harder. The reactions look genuine. So, I mean, you can look it up on YouTube and see what I'm talking about, these clips from some of their little visits. They'd go and visit people's homes and try to pray and do stuff, and these weird things would happen. And the documentaries show some of these clips. So it's pretty fascinating stuff. Could all be fake. I don't know. My philosophy with all that is, though, in the 5 minutes we have left, is that, and I've said this a few times a long time ago. We haven't talked about this for a long time, but with all the probably quite literally millions of supernatural videos on YouTube, it's hard to say that every single one of them's fake. If all of them are fake, that's fine. But even if one of these spooky ghost videos is real, just one, then that proves that there is ghosts out there. That's proof. All you need is one video to be real out of all the millions. Now, they could all be fake. So either they're all fake or a lot of them are real. But even if you have one real, then that's the discussion's over at that point. It's like, well, that one video proves it.
But proving that it's real is the key.
Right, yeah, you can't prove it it's real, especially nowadays with AI and all that. But even before AI was a thing, these videos have always fascinated me. When YouTube first got created and there was videos showing up, I was watching those things. So I was watching it way back in the day. And it's hard to say that they were all faked. So, I don't know, I mean, you could, though.
I mean, that's a tough call, too. I mean, that ties into any phenomenon that we, have our theories about. There's no definitive proof of UFOs yet. A lot of video evidence, a lot of eyewitnesses, but no physical evidence. No one has actually, gotten one of these crafts or actually conversed with an alien, or at least gotten some good footage, like an actual footage of an alien,
What about Roswell?
So, well, that's still draped in myth,
Well, same thing. The same rule applies. Either all the alien videos are real, or all of them are fake, or maybe one is real. But if one alien video is real on YouTube or anywhere on the internet, if one video is real, then that proves that aliens are real. And there's millions of those videos too. Same thing with Bigfoot. Now you don't have, just because you say all the one ghost video is real, that doesn't mean you have to say all the Bigfoot videos are real or anything. These are all separate categories. So even if you do believe that one Bigfoot video is real, that doesn't mean that you believe any of the alien videos are real. So, putting things in more perspective, if somebody tries to show you videos of your ex-wife cheating on you, that doesn't make it real. And it doesn't matter if all of their friends, all of your ex-wife's friends tell you that it's real. At the end of the day, you have to weigh based on the evidence. You can go to your wife's job, especially if she works down the street from where you are. You can go there. Yeah. And you can find out.
Wow. Okay.
But just because somebody shows you a video of your current wife cheating on you, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to figure out if it's real or not, because people make things up. There's AI, and it's just a lot of people are really good at faking these days.
Well, when you talk about the what they call the ESP stuff, the alien stuff.
ESPN.
I'm going to address one thing. Time Traveler says that wood doesn't have magnetic domains or whatever. Every single thing that's matter has atoms. Atoms have a nucleus, and it's orbited by an electron. Electrons have a quantum property called spin. Spin creates tiny magnetic fields. Atoms themselves create magnetic fields. It may not be strong, but that means every single matter has energy because it has atoms. So regardless if it's magnetic in itself of the domain of the object, because it has atoms, it has energy. So some things have more energy, right? Some things have less. But you can't say everything doesn't have energy, because if it's matter, it has atoms, and atoms have a magnetic field, tiny one, and electrons itself have the tiny field through spin. So there is always energy in everything. Some things are just more than others. And so the only reason I was saying that is because if you're talking about ESP or whatever they call that, I don't know anything about ghosts and goblins and whatever.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
But
What about ghouls?
yeah, I don't know anything about none of that. But the reason why electromagnetic spectrums are so utilized is because what you're trying to do is find energy. But I don't think that's a good metric to find ghouls and goblins and whatever. But
Ghouls.
everything does have energy in some sense
Ghouls and
because it's
boys.
made of atoms.
Well, that's why.
Boys and ghouls.
Well, anyway, I'll leave it at that. It's already 5.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's starting to rain pretty strong over here in Bosnia.
Oh,
we
it
can barely
poured
hear what
here.
you guys are saying out there.
What? It poured here. I don't know how it got to you guys so fast, but
Well, it's always sunny in Philadelphia, isn't it?
yeah, I'm outside of Philly, so we do get the rain.
Diamagnetic.
Diarrhea.
But anyways, I don't know, this is an interesting concept, this interesting thought. I know our natural brain mind does the same thing. We want to chalk it up as scientifically explained through materialistic innovation and ideas. We're modern people and we don't like to think about these meta abstracts. But I would say it's no different than a number, no different than a perfect triangle, no different than a lot of things. Those things don't exist in the world, but we fundamentally utilize the construct as though they're real. And there's just this, that's just tip of the iceberg. There's so many other things like that, like tacit knowledge, but that's epistemologically a concrete thing. But anyways, something to think about. I thought it was an interesting concept. I just was thinking through my mind this week about why even non-religious people try to distance themselves away from so-called evil objects when it's supposed to mean nothing. It's supposed to have nothing. It's supposed to be fake. And I just thought it was interesting that even non-religious people have this sense that they want to distance themselves from objects that are connected to what they think are evil. But there's not supposed to be an evil per se, like spiritual or something. Humans are supposed to do evil acts because they hurt other humans. But this object itself doesn't hurt a human. So why are you calling this object evil or bad, or I don't want this object? There should be nothing inherently evil about an object. It doesn't have a volition. But non-religious people have this feeling towards objects that have no volition. That's strange to me. That doesn't project a moral landscape. Shout out to Sam Harris. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. It's getting even louder here over in Bosnia, so I'm going to have to end it out. But appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, that fine gentleman right there, that's colleague. That fine gentleman right there is Elder, and I'm host. And we will see you guys in the next one. We're out of here.
Bye.